All right, what's up, gentlemen?
What's happening? What's happening?
Get off your phone, fucker.
Thanks for having us.
All right. So, I know you go by ladies first, so you guys want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Returning back, man. Slick Nick, Karma Combat, coach over at FQ for Team SNRG. Got some quick little changes going forward, man. We're switching over to encompass a little bit more, so we're moving a little laterally. We're going to be a Karma Supply, open up more doors, more opportunity for other people. So, new website's going to be dropping this week. So stay in tune with that. Follow us on IG. I'll be posting about it once I got all the information. All ticket sales for future events and everything like that will be on that website. So peep game.
Yep. And if you guys have any questions, anyone that's following me, feel free to shoot out a message and I'll relay that to you.
Yeah.
Your turn, sir.
Me, JudoJo, Jovanis Rodriguez, MMA fighter from Team SNRG, also one of the coaches there for jiu-jitsu, judo, and and thanks for having me on the show, man. Pretty excited for this.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get you on for a while.
Yeah.
Just a lot of guests and very busy. But anyway, one of the big things is I wanted to bring up right away is you just fought 3 times in 2 months, right?
Yep.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 in May. And
2 MMA and a boxing fight.
Yep.
Okay. You want to break that down for us real quick?
Yeah.
Or you can be long. It doesn't matter. Something quick.
May 10th, I fought this cat, Jose Johnson, who actually had a pretty damn good record, at least like 16-10. So
former UFC vet.
Former UFC vet, yeah. Me, I was coming from a loss. I was 1-1, and then they gave me the opportunity to fight him. I was like, yeah. So fuck it, because eventually I'm gonna get there. Eventually I'm gonna get that level, Yeah, and I was
just crap.
Yeah, I mean, a small little mistake in the fight that cost me, but other than that, I felt ready for the fight and everything. I didn't get injured, so then like 2 weeks later, they asked me if I could fight Andy Waters. If I want to pick that fight. I said yes at 155, so I didn't have to cut that much weight either. I was like, sure. Went, fought him. Went all 3 rounds, and I got a unanimous decision. And then, got asked again by Dylan Potter. Actually asked me, he was like, "Hey, do you want to do a boxing fight in like 2 weeks?" I was just like, 2 weeks, huh?
Like, fuck it. Yeah.
I was like, let me go through coach real quick. What you guys think? Like, are you hurt? Not really. No, no. Now I took it, and then 1 3rd-round TKO. JudoJo got some hands.
Hey, I've been trying to sell him for a while, bro. I was like, man, because we've been training together for like 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, he's very comfortable and familiar in the grappling side, right? But I was like, bro, like your movement and your rhythm, like,
you're very smooth.
It's there, bro. Like that, he's got like this peekaboo style head movement.
I love that,
bro.
That's
like your boxing
like
is
one of my
better
favorite
than
ways
you
to
think,
move.
man. It's like you can strike too, bro.
Yeah,
like believe me. Like,
well, wasn't your MMA fight? Didn't you say it was like a clinic off of 1-2?
Oh, you fuck
finish work.
He was moving, bro. He was doing his
thing. But I mean,
man.
like that's how I love the 1-2 or like starting everything off with the hands. Like
man, hands set up everything. Hands set up your kicks. Hands set up your angles. Hands
blind everything.
Right, it's like you're putting everything behind those hands. Should be smooth, man.
Especially manipulating the guard, committing to your punches,
hand fighting. All that's actually something that Ron and I were talking about a lot recently. It was like these guys, man. They sleep on just basic boxing, bro. And it's like that basic boxing really ties into everything, right?
The jab, footwork. Footwork's like I'm such a stickler
rhythm
for footwork.
stepping, footwork. You know what I mean? All this little
angles,
stuff,
distance.
Man.
But also noticing like in all like he teaches a lot of like the framework, right, to throw elbows, right?
Yep.
Right here,
I love that.
Well, in boxing, it's pretty much similar. I used it too. I was here. Boom.
It's so funny because like everyone's like, oh, this is unique to you at the gym. Like the framework is not unique to me. Like, I post and go. You just give them, and I like how it just kind of really disrupts the guard.
Right.
I set up long kicks off of it. You drive through.
Yep. Believe it or not, it goes in judo too, right? I'm here with the grip, right? And then boom. I can enter it. I can enter for my throws. So a lot of like my judo, I've transferred it and also was taught by like Nick, Ron, James. I had a lot of instructors growing up, even now it's cool to have my teammate now, helping me, and we just bounce off of each other. I show some judo, he shows a lot of like striking, and but yeah, it all intermixed well, my judo into boxing, you know, like trapping the leg and just being able to frame and all that. So
I like to say that when you're actually athletic and you're into competition, you'll find an avenue to fit this in. Like, you know, like
for sure,
boxing or Muay Thai or any sort of striking, how you load that leg and you pivot. It's like just like in like basketball, learn that shit in basketball. Like you pivot. You run all the time. You run in soccer. Like there's all kinds of little fucking you can do. That's what I did for when I was a kid. I did fucking baseball and basketball and football and all that shit.
my first sport was judo, so age 10.
But you're able to apply that into other avenues too. So it doesn't matter what you did. What I'm saying is, when you start, there's always an application.
Right.
I felt like I was too short for like football. Definitely basketball.
We had some short guys on there, but they're not doing
You're meant to be a grappler.
I feel like the guys that do that are doing it to be part of the team, not to be the fucking guy that makes it to the NFL.
I'll go somewhere, maybe in wrestling with my height. You know that? Definitely basketball. You're feeding me false hopes.
Oh no,
You got it, son.
I have a different version. I was the fat kid in the neighborhood playing basketball. I was like, I know I ain't going nowhere with this, but I had some fun with it. Getting so many little street fights because fucking pushes you or whatever. Oh yeah, that was a fun shit though. So, where was your boxing fight at?
My boxing fight was all the way in Idaho. Caldwell, Idaho.
Yeah, Never heard of it, but
it's outside boy.
It was like almost an 8-hour drive. Thank God for like Dylan Potter and his lady. Like I just carpool with them.
There you go.
And dude, I went in my sauna suit, right? Like, I saw how to drop some weight. Yeah, my sauna suit. And I'm like laying there. I'm like looking over. They got the AC kicking, dude. And I'm like sweating, dude. I'm like, oh my God, this sauna suit sucks. You know, they rolled down the window. Felt great. And then when we get to like the end of it, he's like, Dylan's like, I gotta fix my AC. I'm like, what? You're telling me that the whole time we didn't have AC? Dude, it was blowing hot air through his shit, dude. I thought my sauna suit was just like, dude, this sauna suit's like killing me this time. But nah, dude, the AC didn't work. We're just driving all the way to Idaho.
But you made weight though, right? There you go.
I made weight.
So it worked.
154.
It was just a mental game. Like, oh, they're chill. I'll just suffer through it. You're like, oh no, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Maybe nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all the way in Idaho.
It might be a boy.
Oh yeah.
We might have a delivery. Special delivery.
See what
If it is, you can just lift up on the.
Oh, word.
But yeah, man. Just what was the second fight on? Because I know the first one was WFC at EQC. Yep. I was sitting next to one of your relatives.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said they're like, you're my son, but not my son, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, but it was dope. I had my back against the wall.
Oh, okay.
So that was a good show.
Yeah. The second one was at Muckleshoot for Excite Fight.
Excite Fight.
Yeah.
And I was that promotion.
Rick Little.
Okay.
Yeah. Rick Little show.
And that was pretty exciting. I was going against Andy Waters, and he was like 4-0, and he was favored all for that fight, you know. And me just coming off of a loss too. I was like 1-2, and then going against somebody that's 4-0.
Special delivery.
Go ahead and lift it up.
The homie is here.
Scared him.
The homie.
But that was pretty cool.
Down ass wolf only. That was good, brother. Nice shirt, man.
Come on.
Appreciate you coming by, man. I'm excited for this, man.
What's going on, man? I'm Zach.
Special guest.
Armando.
Nice to meet you.
My boy
Management Armando.
Shoot, here, you set it right there. I got another little table right here.
What do you chew?
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, so first, here's the homemade salsa verde. Corn. Or no, that's the rice. Here's the cracked corn right here.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then, bam.
Oh, damn.
Man, look at that. Hey, the homie coming through.
Gonna be a food vendor too.
Just
so y'all know.
Do you want to turn around and
Turn around.
Right here on the camera. Right
give
here.
yourself a plug?
Yeah, right now, hey, check it out, the homie _ and it was the _ homie 253 on Instagram. Check me out. You know, Vato with the Plato coming through. Trying to trying to make a dream come true little by little. Appreciate you guys letting me drop in and
For sure.
drop my name out there. So
Appreciate you dropping in, and look forward to having you at the event. I'll be in there calling the shots. I'll do like a little little interview at one point.
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, my pleasure.
For real, man. I'm hyped to have you rock on this first show, man. It's gonna be dope.
Enjoy. Let me know what you guys
Appreciate it. Gracias.
All right, cool.
Have a good one.
Thanks, bro.
You too.
As well.
You got.
Ooh, wee.
I'm gonna go grab some plates and shit. I'll be right back.
Dang. The corn, the rice.
Yeah. I know this is usually a podcast no-no, man, but it's about that time. So
What do you eat today?
I have not eaten yet today, so I'm excited to tear into this. Plus, homeboy's been hella cool. He's been super down, very, very communicative, and you know, I'm excited to support them and they support us. So going forward, man, I'm hyped to bring some of these vendors into the
got to.
Start making some money.
Yeah, especially getting some local people to make all this food, you know. Big help. We got chicken and carne asada.
I gotta
say cracked corn and rice.
Off for a second. My shit is banging and clanging in with these plates. I do real plates in my house. So we got some Fiestas right here. I'll be right back to some silverware.
Yep.
Hyped on that, man. Yeah. The homie came and throw that.
Wait.
Hey, vato with the vato. Okay.
Dig that.
Yeah, my homeboy Cupcake put me on to the homie, so I was like, oh yeah, man, I'll fuck with him. Give him a little message, see what's up. And he actually been hella cool. So he's actually the first food vendor that locked in with us for the event.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so I was hyped on that one because I was like, man, let's make some moves. I was like, we're trying to do some things over here. This is just the first, right? So, but this is the first of many to come, and as we continue forward, we're going to do a whole lot more. So then we were kind of talking behind the scenes about some things about potential moves that we're going to be doing. Staying with him. We got a lot in the works, man. So I'm hyped on that. So
I'm hyped on it too because
bringing some cool local people in the mix, man. It's going to be fucking dope. You know what I mean?
Well, I want to say something real quick. The network that you're putting together, the show that you're putting together, it's going to be high quality right off the bat. And for people that don't know, how do I say this? The people that are betting on me the way that you are, like I'm the kind of person that's going to go all in on somebody that bets on me. And that's the kind of person that you are. So the people that lock in early and commit, they're going to fucking hold a special place in this kind of shit. So if you're hesitant for any reason, it's not just going to be a one-off. It's going to be as big as we can fucking go. And when I say we, it's because you're helping me grow. I'm going to help you. We're going to do everything, building that community. And one thing I do want to say is there's a bunch of like weird stuff going on in the community. There's so many teams doing all these little moves and stuff. And I want to make sure that we're all trying to come together because there's no use in all of us doing our own moves and fighting for those little scraps. Like let's come together and build something big as a community.
Exactly.
Outside, inside, every team's going to be building their own thing. But teams can fucking bring it together because ego's going to kill that shit. And being like, I need to do this, or I need to do that is like, we all have that. But like when you build something that's bigger than yourself, that is where the community comes in and you can't be selfish in that. You have to be selfless.
Especially in just small spectrum, you know. We're not trying to be the best in the Northwest, you know. We're trying to be the best in the world. I'm talking about fight-wise, you know, karma-wise, like just building, you know. We're not trying to be the best just here. We want to be everywhere. And if we can all help each other, trust me.
Like I like to say is, I don't know if you guys know who Gary V is, Gary Vaynerchuk, but he talks, he's a motivational guy, owns like VaynerMedia, very mogul dude. He talks about building the tallest building. He's like, build your building as big as you can, and don't worry about people tearing down other people's buildings. Because like you could be the kind of person that's going to tear down everybody else's and be like, I'm the only one standing, so I'm the best. Or you can just focus on you, build your shit the best to your ability, and everybody else is going to show up to help that. They're going to want to be a part of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like
big facts.
And I know we're about to dig in here, but the support for the podcast is hugely unexpected, and I can't thank anybody listening, or can't thank people enough, because I just kind of did this just to start fucking around, and everyone's like, "Oh, I love it. It's it's real. Like you talk about
it's authenticity.
Yeah,
they've done a bunch of studies and scientists and all that. Right, wow, I can't remember what are those little cages to measure the energy and frequency waves and stuff like that.
I don't fucking know.
I can't remember what they're called. It's like,
I'm thinking anime right now.
Not
Power level.
It's basically what it is like it's reading the frequency derived from certain human emotions, right? So basically, everyone would assume that love would be the highest frequency emotion emitted from a human being, right? Okay. Right. So because there's hate, which is the lowest. It's dark, it's dirty. Nobody wants that negative energy. Right. So there's that low vibrational shit, right? Now the high vibrational shit, love, happiness, joy, fulfillment, like those things, right? But then what they found is that the highest measured frequency is actually authenticity.
Really?
So, yeah. So like
that's interesting.
Yeah. So like any emotion derived from the authenticity is going to radiate a higher frequency than something that's like inauthentic.
Well,
so
yeah.
Like, I mean, when you boil it down.
That does make sense, because I think there's that saying, real recognize real, right? And I hate saying that, because like I'll say that to you because I'm saying like you're real, but I'm also saying I'm real. And I don't want to be that guy that's like, I'm real, bro, because I don't need to say that. People are going to say that for you. Yeah, like if you're something, people are going to show up and say it about you. You don't need to say it for yourself. I am King James, because I don't need to call myself the king. Like if I am something, somebody else will say it, good or bad. But the authenticity thing, like I don't know how to not be that way, I guess, because I'm not trying.
100%. And it's like, you're going to rub
We're in a very humbling sport to even think that way.
For sure.
Exactly. That's why I always tell people, I'm like,
it's so strange when I see the opposite.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think the opposite don't last in our sport.
They don't.
There's limitations to the growth. They plateau early.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they plateau early. The head gets big. Once they hit those fucking big obstacles, realizing they're maybe not as good as they think they are, you start to find something else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
Sometimes people think it's targeted. It's not targeted. Whereas
it's true.
It's just the reality of life in general, right? It's if it feels targeted, like maybe you should do some self-reflection.
That's exactly it. If I say something and you feel like that hits you somewhere, you need to do some reflection on that.
100%.
If me being me
self-awareness
holds up a fucking mirror to you and you're like, oh, I don't like hearing this because that's a reflection of how I actually am. I don't know that. I don't know everybody and their intricacies inside and outside of life.
No. And you don't know mine.
Yeah.
100%.
Right?
And you're only going to know what people are willing to share. So it's like if you're having internal struggles or some other things, right, like you're not verbally communicating that to somebody, then how is anyone going to know?
Yeah.
We can't read minds. We're not telepathic. We can't.
We can't help each other without the communication.
Right. That's why I'm always so big on like communicating with you and other people that we're trying to build into this network, because like that communication component is a huge factor.
Yeah.
Right? But that communication needs to be a positive, constructive communication, because if you're bringing negative energy to that communication, then you're taking away, you ain't really adding value. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and usually bringing negative energy, people will subtract themselves from that communication. They're going to take themselves out of that.
It's unfortunate, honestly.
It is. If it's a constant negative energy, like you're talking about positive negative energy, authenticity, negative energy, like that, those, it just doesn't work.
Right.
Like you're gonna come in and meet other negative people, and they're just gonna continue to drag each other down.
For sure.
And then you got to remember that the constructive and negative is different. Constructive and negative. Some people take that constructive.
What does that mean? Construction. You're building.
Right. Regardless of like the tone and everything, I'm trying to make sure like, hey, you're understanding this so we can build off this.
Yes.
I'm not mad at you or nothing, but
that's a coach's burden.
And then that's, bro, Yes.
I would say verbiage also matters. Word choice
100%.
matters, right? Like if you're trying to convey something in a constructive way, then you should probably take the time to evaluate what you're trying to convey.
The tact.
And exactly, and then have like a strategic and tactful approach to how you convey that messaging. Right? So that's just a big thing. And I mean, it's also why like I was so big on like, you know, turning karma into something bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, like, you know, what's one of the main things that I'm always trying to, you know, push is like starve the ego, feed the soul, bro. Like I didn't come up with that term, but I've seen it tattooed many times. It's a little, you know, 2-sentence quote that has stuck with me forever, bro. And it's something that I actually really fuck with. I was like, I fully believe in that shit, bro, because the ego actually destroys your potential. It's incredibly.
And everybody has ego.
To some degree,
but to a degree, but not everybody controls it the way that they need to grow.
Right.
And that's going to be that struggle is going to be internal for each person. Is going to be different. But think about like the way that we choose the sport that we choose to do, combat sports. Like you said, there's no room for fucking bullshit. There's no room for lying. Like it's a very authentic
I mean, you can
fucking
lie all you
sport.
want verbally, but as soon as you step in there in the cage for a loss,
You could lie, you could talk shit, you can sit there and not say a word. Either way, we're gloving up.
Right.
Honestly, like if people are like arguing inside the MMA gym, just put on the gloves. Because that's that.
Aren't you going to either
we are
way?
exactly.
Best
We're already
friends or haters, you're gonna fight.
Or what are you gonna do? Punch me? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
what we're gonna do regardless. You know.
That's why I'm like, hey, I love being here. This is what I do. I don't have to like everybody.
No.
I respect the fuck out of everybody that does.
For sure.
it.
Yeah,
For sure.
There's certain things that I don't like to tie negative energy to, and I feel like that's kind
Gym
of like
is
a
one of
negative-
them.
That's one of the ones, right? Because you know, like I grew up doing a shit ton of graffiti. Right, I'm gonna come out and just be real about that. I did a ton of
That's
graffiti
dope. Why would you?
it's illegal activity, you know what I'm saying?
I know it's a little ratchet, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I did plenty of, you know, who the fuck hasn't?
I'm saying, like,
I hope.
growing up,
Some people
like,
haven't.
There's a lot of negative context revolving around like the graffiti scene, right?
For sure.
We're vandals, we're criminals, this, that, and the third. Not everyone is like that, but there's an element of that, right?
Right.
And the element of that,
There's the whole connotation of you smoke weed, you're doing something illegal.
in some
You know.
places, I guess.
Yeah, it's
But
immoral if it's illegal, which
Yeah,
is not
right.
true.
But I'm sure what you're graffitiing is nice. You're not putting just.
Right. But well, I was I'll be honest, bro, I used to tag the fuck out of everything. I didn't shit. Like tags, scribes, the throws.
I love that. I got a bunch of homies that tag. You're not gonna offend me.
Right.
Yeah,
What I'm getting at is like there's negative connotations that revolve around that, right? And there is some elements to it that not everything is negative revolving around that community. I've met a ton of great people in that community. I've done a lot of dope shit with people in that community.
Yeah.
But there's also an element that's kind of dark, right? Because there's elements of it where like it does go from just having fun with your boys and doing some art productions with your boys to like gang activity and
For sure.
places. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying every single one, but there is like a certain sect of graffiti writers that is kind of like on that element of things. So it's like being around that kind of stuff and seeing so many boys like kind of go wayside with some things. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it be like just not the best of choices, and then kind of just reaping what you sow over time, kind of deal, man. Just like seeing so many talented artists and things like that go in the not of the best of directions, making the best of choices, and then kind of having some really negative results. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got boys in prison, boys that have been killed, like all kinds of stuff like that. So it's like seeing that, it honestly like really took away from the fun and joy of what used to bring me a ton of joy, right? Because I have this negative energy that's attached to it, which is what I'm getting at. Is like I don't like to bring certain negative energies into an environment that brings me joy and fulfillment, right? So, like even though like I do agree to some degree of like, yeah, glove up and get it done, but to me it's like I don't want to pour toxin into the well that provides me my life, right? So it's like
100%.
like.
And that's a coach's aspect too.
Yeah,
where you're coming from is like coach aspect. As a fighter, I'm a coach too. I'm a coach too.
Yeah.
But as a fighter too, when I see that part, I'm like, oh, we could just fight. You know, and the coaching though is like, dude, I don't
feel
want you
like
guys to
that's a
fight
little bit
because y'all
of
gonna
hood
split.
side too,
Right?
Because I'm like,
For sure. You know,
I'm still like, yo, why the fuck are you driving in the fucking the wrong lane? Like I'm trying to park right here and you're driving was blocking me.
Right.
I say that because I fucking hopped up out the car on some kids
Recently. Some kids that did it.
No, I mean,
I just got my license. I'm sorry.
no. They're like
Says student driver in the back. Says student driver in the
some
back.
little troublemakers. But no, like they're probably they're over.
Yeah.
At least over 18. But I was hot.
Yeah.
I was hot. I fucking
All of us
hopped
got
about.
that.
Like it was funny because they're like. So I'm just gonna tell the story real fast. Like driving in the drive lane of the parking lot, about to pull in and park, and they're like 3 of them slowly walking in the lane, like do something, you know. So I'm like, I'm about to park right here, just waiting for you to get past. So I'm like, skirt, and out the door, and they're like, because, and then and they're like, all right, it's cool. And then the littlest one, not that it matters, but he's like, most people. I'm like, why the fuck are you in there? It was like, all you have to do is step aside. And they're like, most people wouldn't hop up out and say anything. It's good, man. I was like, all right. I was like, I shouldn't have done that. And then Crew Jones, my fucking trainer, my coach, my mentor, we communicate like 5 times a week. He calls me like 5 minutes later. I was like, I'm hot, fucking blah, blah, blah. He's like, I love that you always stand your ground. He's like, I love that. But he's like, always think that you're trying to make it home till tomorrow. I'm like, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the same time, I always make this joke that he used to drive. He's like he's got a little bit of a beer belly. He's a wine salesman. So he takes people out fucking to lunch all the time, lunch meetings, selling wine, selling beer. Nice. And he has a beer at lunch and whatever. Mm-hmm. So, and he's older. Anyway, he wears like these polo shirts and he was driving a little red Prius, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, you want to do the road rage thing. And fucking this little dude in this little Prius is driving slow and blah, 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 old bald guy, whatever, a little bit of a beer belly. You don't realize he's like 5-time North American Muay Thai champion. No. You get him pissed off enough to pull over. He's got these big paws for hands and stuff. Dude. And it's just like, you just never know. So me hopping out in that situation wasn't good or bad. Like, it's all, you
that's
never
the thing
know.
though. If I was two though,
do it.
Right? With fighters too though,
that's that hood side. I'm like,
I know I got it.
It took me a long time to get over. I gotta check that shit all the time.
I think we all do.
I gotta keep that side check.
Who the fuck doesn't? Because now we have the capability, right? So I think about it like we know what we can do, and it's like having a gun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I know I could pull my gun and shoot the gun. 4-year-olds find guns and shoot people. You know, doesn't mean that it's the control behind it. And it's like, I could, but why? You know, like,
dude, a few months ago, I almost got in a bar fight, you know, my buddy, one of my buddies. And this dude, it was still cold, so he's wearing this puffy jacket, you know. Tell me judo don't work in the streets. But he was just talking. He's like yelling. My buddy already is like, I'm gonna swing on him. I'm like, don't swing on him. Because he fights too. I'm like, no.
That's a bad idea, yeah.
This dude,
you got way more to lose.
Yeah, I'm like, don't do it. And the guy just keeps on. And he's getting close to my face. I'm like, oh my God. I have to like walk away, you know.
This is getting me amped up.
Right. But just the ability for me to be like, all right, let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. He walked out. Yeah, he had a bunch of like security like pulling him off or like started walking him off or everything. He's just talking smack. And my buddy's just like, you should have just let me hit him once. I'm like, nah, dude, because I don't know who's behind him.
You never know.
Well, not only that, but like
you be surrounded and completely oblivious to the fact that you got 8 sets of eyes on.
Or
you
got nobody, cracks him in the dome, dude busts his head open, and now you're not going home.
Yeah, and you're catching charges on.
You're catching charges.
Right.
My biggest one is like, you're not going home.
Oh.
Not tonight. Like, here, cops show up, it's going to be perspective.
Yep.
And it's going to be like, this is what happened. Dude was fucking with him. A lot of it comes down to that perspective. And like, I just don't want to be the guy that they show up, dude laid out, and be like, you know what? I believe you that they fucked with you, but I pulled up, dude's out cold, probably about to die.
Yep.
And you are capable of doing that shit. And so my buddy Rick that used to always come in, he's just like, because I got some good leg kicks. And he's like, dude, if you low kick just a normal person, they're waiting for the ambulance. And I'm like, you don't understand that like the femoral artery could get cut. Like you don't.
Oh yeah. I
Like
didn't think about
somebody that doesn't know how to take a kick or has like weak bones.
Yeah.
Like, what if you think that you're good and fucking just do the wrong thing and don't make it home?
You know, I would throw somebody and maybe break their arm in a street fight. 100%. I'll break their arm. I probably won't punch them in the face though.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Honestly, I'll throw you and I'll break your arm. You have to go to the hospital.
If somebody's swinging on me, though, I might just rip them apart.
Yeah.
So,
I know, right? I know, but yeah,
you swing on me though.
Dude, I know, right? But punching them, knocking them out, and then what if they come back? You know,
Yeah,
they ain't
true.
coming back after a broken arm.
No.
True.
They won't break.
I used to tell my old coworker, like, I'm gonna
That's
break
a fair
both
point.
of his wrists.
That's a fair point. You know, I don't condone street fighting at all.
Yeah.
You know?
That's not what we're saying.
I am.
I think
It's
we
hard to
all
get me mad.
probably are.
It's hard to get me
Same.
mad. If you got me mad, I'm just like, you're really messed up. And everybody will say the same thing. It's like, JoJo's mad at you?
Thank you. That's what people
JoJo's
say.
mad at
Like,
you?
Zach said that? No. Like, you need to go home. Are you for real? He said that? Like, you need to go.
Like, dang, you messed up with JoJo.
Like, Zach said he's gonna make you drink your own blood.
Oh, God.
Like, was he joking? Like,
You're done.
I don't think so.
You're done.
No. Yeah.
Like, no, he was shaking. Like, it's like, oh, fucking leave now.
I really try to be fucking just chill, mellow, peaceful.
Yeah.
I really don't like people trying to.
When they get around the boys and we start
disrupt
talking like,
peace. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
don't really like. I don't like people trying to disrupt peace.
no.
Not to mention,
I think my
we
life
got
is
kids.
so fucking chaotic, bro. Yeah, I got 3 kids.
You got 3, I got 2
Like, I'm
boys.
good, dude. I don't want chaos. There's enough chaos in life as is, just by day-to-day life. I actually don't want to invite more. So if you're engaging with me in a reckless, chaotic, or belligerent way, I'm just not going to engage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk away from you, bro. Like it takes 2 to make this happen.
True.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I remove myself. Like,
That's why I stopped getting fucking pissed off when people cut me off when they drive. I'm like, just gotta let that shit go.
You ever heard of like two wrongs don't make a right?
Oh, yeah.
2 negatives don't make a positive, right?
Yeah.
except in mathematics, depending on the
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. 2 negatives in multiplication though make a positive. So sometimes it is gonna be like that.
I think it's all situational. It's all situational. So here's the other side. I'm like, if somebody wants to fight that bad, I'd be like, come to the gym, sign a waiver, glove up.
That's it.
And we'll make it happen.
We're in the best place for it.
And then, yeah.
And whatever
then
you want to do.
see, like, how bad do you actually want to fight me? Are you willing to take all these steps? Or, but I don't fucking invite that kind of energy either. I'm just like, what's up, buddy? How's everybody doing?
Sometimes it's pretty fun. Actually, you should make cards, like, if you want to fight me, here it is.
This location.
Cards.
And then it could be listed.
Have a little
For me, it'll have like
scan
yeah.
waiver, bro. Like,
For me, it's like, you want to box? I don't know how to box, but I wrestle. I'm like, oh, we can wrestle. Oh, I don't want to wrestle. I want to jiu-jitsu. I'm like, I'll do jiu-jitsu. Judo, I'll do it.
Get 'em all.
Kickboxing, I'll do it.
Yep.
MMA, 100%. You can catch me on every aspect. Sambo, I never done it.
But I'll
I
do
see
it.
videos. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Look, let way.
It's gis in MMA, bro. Gi in MMA? Oh, bro.
I'll let way somebody fucking headbutt them.
Oh, dude, I saw that shit. Oh, boom.
They're brutal.
That Amir shit cat that comes in sometimes. Like, he's busy right now with family
Yeah.
business, but that he has a sambo background.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's one sport I really want to do, but there's nothing like that in the Northwest.
No.
At least not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Taco time? Here, y'all can help dish up. I got plates, bowls.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to try this. And after this, bro, we got the Dough Bros cookies. So big ups to Dough Bros for plugging us with some cookies to sample.
Follow.
They are also going to be at the August 23rd show as a vendor. So pull up, support, show some love to them, and give them some traffic on their page. See what's up. They got a lot of good shit. They got the macro and protein friendly cookies. They got the cheat style cookies.
Oh, no shit. So it's not just like crumble style.
No, because they
My muscle.
they do like
Muscle
the like physique competitions and stuff like that.
No shit.
So they're pretty conscientious of like what is going into what's they're making, right? So I really like that component. Plus, I mean, you see that like Crave and Crumble and these other cookie companies that aren't even local are popping off, right? But they're more, health focused, health forward. Not all of them, obviously. Like I said, they got different varieties available. So they got like
here, snack some tacos.
The protein style, macro friendly stuff, the gluten free stuff. So if you want to cheat, they got the cheat meal stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty stoked on all of it. I have no idea what she made. I was like, hey, dealer's choice. Like, we're gonna eat whatever.
We're gonna eat and we're gonna give a review while on the podcast while we fucking do it.
Yeah. So this is my first time experiencing the homie and Dobro. So I'm
it's funny because it's the homie and. The way that you say it, you gotta be like, that is their name.
That is 100%.
You got your fucking back to the camera, asshole.
Yeah, right. I'm grabbing the thing.
Got the homies
if
side
you're gonna do that, you gotta fucking, you gotta like do some twerking or something.
You want me to shake some ass, bro? That's it, man.
I'm not watching, but the viewers
will. You'll watch later as you edit.
Damn it, you're right. I gotta watch it. Don't do it then, Nick.
Fast forward.
Wait. Fuck. Damn, I shot myself.
That's gonna be the highlight. That's gonna be the Instagram clip.
Clapping. I ain't got enough ass to clap, so I think you
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I'm excited to try this, man. That's why I thought it'd be kind of a cool opportunity to be on air and try some of the vendors that are going to be at the event. Especially since just to reiterate that Zach will be at the event. He will be the ring announcer and commentator for the live stream, so he'll be mixing up different capacities and fulfilling different duties while he's there.
Appreciate
it. But definitely pull up, show some love, man, because we're all going to be there. JoJo's going to be there, coordinating the fighters in the back and keeping all you hooligans in line, directing you, staging you.
It's going to be a dope show. I'm practicing. I'm going to bring the fucking energy. So if you don't like it, you can suck one.
Hairy one, I don't know, whatever you want.
You suck one of whatever you like.
Just pick one and start sucking. I don't care. No, but
when I was a kid, I used to tell people you suck my left dick, and they're like,
"Whoa,
you got two?" I'm like, doesn't everybody?
Wait,
like what?
You what? Oh, this corn looks good, bro. I don't know. Whoa, wow, this looks good.
What do you call it? Damn,
the crack corn.
Crack corn.
Fucking crackhead.
Crack is whack in every other scenario except for when you buy it from the homie. In the corn form. Do you by chance got paper towels, napkins, anything?
You fucking know I do. I just gotta step inside.
My man. I'm excited to try this.
Yeah.
And there. Look at that. I like how he does this. I really like the branding he's doing with this stuff. I think it's dope. Obviously, right? Graffiti background, but seeing like the labeling and all that shit, how he's doing it, I dig it.
Dude, you disperse.
Got like a smoky flavor to it too.
Good? You like it?
It's hella good.
Nice, bro. It smells hella good.
Well, sorry for anybody that don't like us eating on the podcast. It's probably just more of a one-off, but this is going over.
We wanted to show some love to the people that are rocking with us in the network that we're building for the upcoming events, because like we said earlier, this is just going to be the first of many. We got more things in the works, more conversations to be had. We got a lot in the works, so definitely stay tuned and peep game and see what we're going to be doing going forward.
Damn it.
And like I said, the new website is going to be up this week, so make sure that you're swooping your tickets through the new website. Previous one had some issues so that's why we're moving a bit laterally to the new website, which will have more than just this current event. It'll have other future events going forward. So definitely peep game on there.
I'm about to go grab one more table.
I'm excited to try this, bro. Hey, good luck, Armando. Appreciate you, my man. This is dope. I'm excited to try this. I'm gonna hop in this corn first.
The corn was delicious. Corn was delicious.
Yup. That's it.
Fucking dog.
Yeah, I made not this good, but I made some of this for 4th of July.
This is hitting.
Came out good. Not this good though.
Yeah, this is hitting. Bro, I was out here driving. I was in my car hungry as fuck. I was like,
That's why I was thinking about tacos.
I can't wait.
It's like 1 o'clock, lunchtime. Perfect. Some tacos.
Yup.
So they're gonna do just like a vendor style, like a booth.
Yeah, they're gonna have a little vendor booth outside, so we're gonna have some stuff going on outside as well. I'm gonna try to lock in a few more vendors, see if we can get a little more variety out there. Ideally, nothing that's competing against each other, but adding value rather than subtracting value. You know what I'm saying? So being a little cognizant of what we're bringing in. Like I said, he was the first one to hop at the opportunity, so I'm hyped to be working with him because, you know, when you're first starting things out and getting things going, people are like, oh, I don't know. They're like reluctant, hesitant, you know, they're unsure, right? But there's no growth in comfort, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta take some risk here and there. That's why we're happy to be moving forward and start doing some things. And like you're saying, building more about community and less about self. You know what I mean? Like trying to bring everyone in the network for the right reasons that are looking to bring something to the table and benefit from being at the table. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Well, you're doing everything for the right reasons, and I think you're gonna get the right people. Yeah, this is fire.
My man,
The chicken one's fire. My favorite.
It's got a nice roasted chicken flavor to it.
wow. Yeah, I gotta tell you, this just hit me. I'll be outside for sure, scooping a couple plates that night. I promise you that.
And the side stuff.
I'm gonna be in the ring, so you motherfuckers better set something aside for your boy.
For real. No,
I'm not trying to be in there all like burping on the microphone and shit. Like, these tacos are fire.
It sucks, bro. You're gonna be
Walking in there announcing somebody who's like finishing my tacos, but I'm gonna be me. So
yeah, hey, like I said, man,
Just me not with a mouthful of
authenticity
food.
matters, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully
That's
they're
why-
still open by the end of the last fight.
Oh yeah.
no, just be like, save me a plate. Come on. They will. I'm pretty sure they will.
No, I'm hyped on this. This is good. It's real good.
So I wanted to talk to you about the show, and I know you got. Talk to me about the Ring Girls and the VIP servers. I know they got a big following. Do you want to plug them?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about them. I didn't follow them so far on IG or nothing yet, but I will. We'll get that all happening. I know you want to do interviews, blah, blah, blah. So go ahead and fill us in.
Big ups to these Ring Girls, man. They seem to have like a pretty good following, man. I'm hyped to have them in the mix with us. It seems like they bring a crowd wherever they go, so that's cool. You know, we're trying to build an opportunity for these girls to kind of market themselves how they want to be marketed, because like they got, you know, their own hustles. You know what I'm saying? They're doing their own thing. A lot of these women are you know, solid chicks. They got, you know, families of their own, things like that.
Yeah.
So like, you know, they got a good sense of like values and, you know, see the opportunity for growth and all this other stuff as well. So big ups to all those girls, man. Yeah, so we're gonna be trying to bring them in. I think we're probably gonna do like a meet and greet. So like as the doors open early, we'll have like a photo op opportunity, a little meet and greet opportunity with all the KCFC girls. Be a good opportunity for anyone that wanted to kind of get in early, have some entertainment while we're there. You know what I mean? Might be doing some little giveaways over there as well, while supplies last. You know what I'm saying? We can't guarantee everyone's gonna get something, but if you're over there, you're probably gonna get something. So make sure you show up early for that meet and greet and all that stuff. So yeah, man, locking in on some outfits and stuff for them. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
We're you know, if you want to get your company on the outfits, like they are going to be custom outfits. So we're selling banner spaces, vendor spaces, commercial spaces, because we are running a live stream. We also got the ability to put branding on the inside of the cage, temporary branding inside of the cage for the event, if you want to buy that space. And then we're also doing ad space on all the KCFC girl skirts. So let me know if you're interested by shooting a DM and stuff like that. So I'm hyped on it, man.
Yeah.
So these chicks, they're pretty cool. A lot of them have, like I said, they have their own little like side hustles and stuff like that. They do their thing. Some of them are military. You know what I mean? So,
well, isn't one of them like a Pilates instructor or something like that too?
yeah, and then some of these girls do like aerial acrobatics and things like that. So they do like live performances with that kind of stuff.
That corner's fire.
That corner's hitting, bro. I was surprised on that one. I'm gonna be smacking on that when I'm off air, believe me. But yeah, a lot of these girls got their own little things going on. So it's cool to be able to pull some people that got that kind of mindset of like, hey, let's coordinate, be cohesive, build this network, have some expansion, market ourselves, market the brand. I mean, like we've been talking about, just having the right mindset and bringing the right mindset to the table is really fucking matters, bro. It's like, so these girls are all locked in their own way, and I'm hyped on it, man, because like they're all gonna bring something different element, different flavor, different vibe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I dig that a lot. So, you know, I'm gonna do everything I can to help push and further those girls that, you know, want to rock with us on this event as much as I possibly can.
Yep.
So yeah, man. It's like we had like since bringing them in, bro, what's crazy is like I made like a few posts with those girls.
Right.
There was a 206% increase in viewership in 1 week to the previous, which is crazy, right? So it's like
collab with you on that.
Yeah, it's a massive bump. So like we're like, you know, I've already been averaging a pretty good amount of viewership each month on the profile itself, which is great. You know, that's showing a lot of like traction. It's showing some growth and things like that. But with a 206% increase in 1 week, as soon as I announced those girls, bro, like that's saying something. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that, and I'm gonna keep doing my best to further them and start trying to create new streams of opportunities for them as much as, you know, for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's across the board what we're trying to do, right?
Right.
For everybody in that show.
So
exactly, because I have not heard you say that. I've heard you say that about every single person.
Yeah, everyone matters. Everyone matters.
Everyone matters.
Cohesive efforts, man. It matters.
When you're getting like these vendors and the girls and
even the fighters,
banner space and all these things, is there any sort of criteria, or is it just the people that are looking to grow? Is there anything that that you're trying to get in the gym, in the space? Is there anybody that you want to give a shout out, like, yo, hit me up, I want you in on this event if you can swing it, if we can swing it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to Uwe, trying to see what's up with them and get them involved.
I've talked to AJ about it, or I messaged him.
You know, like I said before, like with the Muay Thai background, well, obviously, like, ooh, it's like a common thing. So I'm like, bro, it's ideal. Like, I love that for the simple fact that I partake in Muay Thai. So it's like, for me, it works. It's like a dual innuendo. You know what I'm saying?
He's right over here.
Yeah. So I'm hyped on it, but I'm hoping that we can figure something out with them. I locked in with some of my, longtime friends. I got one of my best friends growing up, Matthew Pitts. He owns a painting business. He's one of the first people to, chip in and buy some ad space with us. But he's also started a secondary company, so he has two companies that he's purchasing ad space for. So big ups to Matthew, I appreciate you. That's Impact Painting Services, and I'm not lying when I tell you this, not because he's one of my oldest and best friends, but I've worked with Matthew for a long time on a lot of projects. Matthew is one of the most knowledgeable, punctual, and well-mannered painters that you can come across. Legitimately one of the best people in the Northwest that you can do business with, okay? So Impact Painting Services is his parent company, and then he just started up Vine Exteriors. So for all of your roofing needs, be sure to shoot them a message. It's Impact Painting Services and Vine Exteriors, right? Both those are on IG. I'll post some on the Karma account, so definitely give them an opportunity to come check out the work that you need done. And then I also got the homie Gary that's coming into the fold, and his family owns a shop over off of 12th and Proctor by the Mandolin Sushi House and the burger joint and all that. Mm-hmm. So they own Diamond Green. Yeah, so Diamond Green Rec.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so Diamond Green Rec. I had the privilege of doing some painting work for them. I had the privilege of coaching them. Gary's a super cool dude. I've met his sister. She's super cool. She's got a martial arts background as well. She did Taekwondo. Okay. So both him and his sister have a Taekwondo background, so it was dope to be able to coach them a little bit when I was working over at Gracie doing like the head coach BMT stuff. Yeah. That's where I met them at, and then I had the privilege and opportunity to go and repaint all the interior for the Diamond Green. So it's dope now. I don't know if you've been in there, but I did paint, man. It's dope.
I don't know that.
So that's some good networking right there, man. I love that, and that's all community. Like we're all local,
right? You know, all local businesses.
We all know somebody. We all know somebody that wants to grow.
Yeah.
And I really like that you're out there you're not overpricing things.
No,
you're not
super
like,
low.
yo, I'm trying to fucking make as much money off this
Not at
one
all.
show.
I'm not a
Trying
greedy
to keep
person.
the prices low because you're trying to think long term.
Right,
Yep.
bigger
And you
picture.
want-
That's the most important.
And if you know business, yes, it costs money to make money. But when you can keep that cost low because your goal to make money is eventually like further down the line, you sacrifice some of that in the beginning. And hopefully the people that you're trying to bring in, like Uwe, like your friends there, hopefully it opens the doors for that low overhead and can keep things growing on their end and wanting them to come back. Because as long as their company's there, it's like they should have some sort of like foothold into that. So yeah, man, I'm loving it. And I know you're going to have a Karma booth, Karma clothing booth there.
And some fresh drops coming.
Some fresh drops.
Some fresh drops, like things that have not been seen yet. You know, I just showed you one off camera. I showed you one of the new designs, but I got a few more brand new fresh drops that are about to get released as well. So
Constantly having something.
I'm always
constantly
cooking,
having
bro.
something, dude.
I'm constantly cooking, bro. That's why it's important to have the right people involved with you so they can be the win in the sales and not the constant obstruction. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't have that.
no, not at all, bro.
It's you're with me or I need you to step aside.
Right.
And I need you to not step in front.
Right, man. I got a big vision, and I'm very ambitious, and I'm constantly on the gas in every capacity and element that I am in. Right, coaching I take very seriously. The business I take very seriously. The networking I take very seriously. Fatherhood I take very
shows.
seriously. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Anything worth doing is worth doing well.
Right. You know, it's like the old thing, like how you do anything is how you do everything, right? So like
100%.
having that compass and that kind of mindset really helps, you know, when you start to, you know, plug that into every venture you take, right? So it's like, and again, going back to bringing the positive energy, like operating from a sense of love, gratitude, appreciation, like those little things, right? Every little opportunity is an opportunity to grow and learn and expand from, you know what I'm saying? So having that kind of a viewpoint, right, really helps. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm hyped on being able to network with such dope people. You know what I mean? Like I just started going out more out to Wild Style just to work with my boy Jason Morris from All City Fight Night. So I'm doing work with Jason Morris as well. He's doing a lot for the community that a lot of people are sleeping on locally, which is kind of crazy. Like, and again, it goes back to people that want to kind of detract and be more about self than be about community, and you know, being around someone where it's very clear that he's more about community. Like I'm rocking with you 100%. You tell me anything that you need from me that you think that I can facilitate or accommodate or do anything to help grow, just you just let me know. I'm gonna do it.
There's a bigger picture.
There's a bigger picture, man. Always a bigger picture. So like, I see him doing all this stuff of working with WKA, going out to national tournaments, learning how to officiate in all these different capacities, working the promotion, working the gym, bringing all these top tier talent, world class athletes and coaches over here, so other people here have opportunity to learn and grow. You know what I'm saying? Like that's dope. I really vibe with that. That's sick. I'm 100% a full supporter, right? So he's got even more in the works. So I'm hyped to see him continue to grow, and like as he grows, like, you know, I'm continuing to be the wind in his sails any way that he needs me. You just tell me which way you want me to blow the wind, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen. So I'm hyped on it. But now he's helping me get ready because I'm hoping that maybe I can make a return to competition before I can't. You know what I mean? It's been a goal of mine, right?
You got the team there.
I know. I'm back with my team.
You just gotta step aside just for a little bit of the coaching, right? And I just add more to it. You know.
Yeah, but I'm
gonna be dope.
And you're rocking with the team that you've been rocking with for
a long time.
decade.
So I'm hyped on it. It's tight to be.
Like I said, we've been teammates. We fought on the same show together a couple times, and for almost 10 years, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be rocking with the synergy and kind of bringing in these new recruits, but I have all these OG heads still, right? Because we had a group of fucking dogs, man, just straight killers for years, and in different ways. Everybody was really good in different ways. You know, you got wrestling.
It's hard to rank anybody in our gym because everybody has such a different style. You know. Nick's Muay Thai, my judo. You got Cameron's boxing. You know, Armando's Taekwondo. Like, seriously, we got some legit.
For sure.
Like,
that's good.
You know, Dakota's
when you have like
wrestling,
such a
like,
well-rounded skill set like that, like how many different martial arts and everybody's high level, that adds a lot, especially getting different fighters ready for different cards.
Right.
So
and we've been
books.
together for so long too. We could bounce multiple things off each other.
Yeah.
Cameron's boxing, we bounce it off of his Muay Thai, bounce it off of my judo. Armando's freaking Taekwondo, all his like spinny stuff, dude. It's back kick, dude. Freaking deadly.
Yeah.
Fucking deadly. I hate holding pads, man.
Yeah.
I know. Armando, you see this? I don't like holding pads.
Right.
I'll do it.
Right, yeah. And I'll
I'm
tell
the
you,
one that
from my perspective of being in that room, man, it's like obviously, so like I'm put in the position of like quote unquote head coach, right? But all I'm really doing is kind of structuring the class curricula for the week, you know what I mean? But every week I bounce the stuff off of him, Mondo, Cam, Ron, James, right? I'm like, hey, so this is what I'm thinking, you know, you let me know if you see a little element that we might want to tweak and be aware of, like yada, yada, yada. So it's really cool because it's helping me as a coach learn a different perspective, right? I'll tell you, like, there's things that I've seen him. I'm always watching him and Mondo, bro, because every time these two partner up, I'm just watching because I'm watching two really dope styles, like
opposite
like,
too.
Yeah, play with what we're doing for the week and kind of put their own creative flair on it. I fucking love watching it, bro.
I love that as a coach because you're always learning. Like it's like to coaches to learn twice.
Right.
And the teachers to learn.
Yeah, because I get to
learn again how to.
Like this is how I would execute, and this is what we're going to use. But like scaffolds, like the way that I kind of try to structure the curricula is that like here's like some basic shit that I would execute to get in position and start stacking some damage. But how you choose to flow to or off this is kind of subjective to your own flavor.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But then when I see that, and then we have all this. You have this spreadsheet of options that just open up. When I'm like, bro, like all these new guys coming up underneath us now, it's like you got good martial arts IQ in here where you can really pull from and learn a ton of different shit. Like
even different like body structures too, you know. Like you got long, lanky, you know, and so we have a lot of tall guys right now, like upcoming amateur fighters, you know, that are growing, and so like their style will be perfect. Like with his, how he mixes it up. Foot sweeps that I add, you know, and
I mean, because it's not, like I said, especially like watching him because with his throws and stuff like that, I use framework heavy. Right, I'm constantly hand fighting. I'm pinning. I'm peeling. I do a lot of like small disruptions and manipulations. But
that's Muay femur shit.
Right, but then I see how he utilizes the same kind of framework in a different capacity, and I'm like, bro, like this is. I would have even thought about throwing someone from this position, bro. I'm like, bro. I'm in this position.
Sweeps,
like bro, like I'm good at getting in this position, and I'll fuck somebody up in this position. With clinch work, but then when I see the throw off, I'm like, oh, bro, you just opened up a whole new synopsis. Just said locked. Like, I'm using that, bro.
You just fucking downloaded some shit like the Matrix. I know.
It works, dude. It works. You know? Bro. Like science. That's what I would say. Science.
It's science.
It's cool.
It's science.
It's cool. And then watching Mondo flow off of it with all this Taekwondo influence, it's also super dope to watch.
Yep. You guys got a well-rounded crew there.
Strong group.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos.
Absolutely.
And we're back.
All right, we're back. We just had to finish our plates and clean up a little bit. That shit was a little hectic. But so some fire-ass tacos from The Homie.
Delicious.
Homie 253.
Fire.
Yeah, follow them on IG. They're going to be vending at Karma Combat Championships. August 23rd.
Over there at the Auburn Outlet Mall.
What's the address? 1001.
It's like 1101 Outlet Collection Way.
It's just it's the big ass fitness quest.
Yeah, you can't miss it. It's right. It's impossible to miss it.
Always plenty of parking.
Plenty. That's a nice thing. That's real nice.
Plenty
real nice about it.
Massive facility.
What time is the card gonna start?
Doors open at 6. Fight start at 7. You know, obviously we're gonna be there early, so setting up all our stuff.
Be there like 11 a.m. type shit.
Yeah, we gonna be there. fight all day. But
yeah, you're gonna have to bring plenty of.
What's nice is at the gym.
Yeah.
So it's like
your
the
guys'
stuff's
home.
there. Can you imagine if it was like somewhere else and we had to grab all our stuff?
Well, and that's what I actually
That's
wanted
the
to say
difficult
is because you guys have the unique opportunity of having a large facility, already having the cage in there, fucking big ass parking lot. Like you can't lose with doing it at your facility. And I know isn't it legendary? Crew Brooke holds shows there once in a while. Or something like that?
Yeah. They've allowed her to lease the space as well, so she can.
I know that's a space that, like you said, is for lease.
Right.
Or certain sections. I don't remember exactly how you worded it, but I really like that you're putting this on, man. You're gonna get a lot of attention from it. You're gonna get a lot of good people, good fighters wanting to be on the card, and being that it's not gonna be just a once off. Like I know you're gonna pour right back into doing it. So I'm looking forward to it. I know.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I got some people from Arizona out of MMA labs, so.
Coming down scrapping too?
Yeah. One of the cats, his name is Aiden Gakaro. He's going to be fighting Malcolm Wagstaff.
Nice.
So that's going to be a bit of a fucking scrappy banger right there. I'm pretty excited about that one. That's going to be
I like that you're already bringing in people from like out of state. Because that shit, that's where the money gets really drained out of the fight cards because you got to pay for travel and fucking.
Yeah, like I said, man, I'm not a greedy person. I think you've kind of
not that you're not, but not everybody has that kind of capital for fight shows right off.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's like just making shit happen, man.
Yeah, you just put it together. Yep, I get it.
You just gotta make it happen. I think the value of. Bringing people from outside our community kind of lies in the fact that it kind of draws our community a little bit closer. When it opens up your mind to recognize that you don't have to look at your neighbor as competition, but you could look at him as an asset.
It takes that weight off. It's like a relief.
You don't have to be like, oh, I don't want him to see me training. Like, or relax, bro. It's not that serious.
Just the fact that people are afraid to even let that be a possibility.
Right.
Like,
it's weird.
Like, all right, I'm not in competition with this person. And that's why I really like having everybody on here. Like when I had Malik on, and then Johnson came on right after. It's like
it's great. You got the perspective from both ends of the.
And there's no
there, so.
I don't got no beef. Like there's only one person in the community that I have had issue with, and obviously I don't say names if it's coming to a negative thing, but that still boils down to I want that person to do well. Doesn't mean that I don't.
For sure.
Right.
It's just like
just because you lose me as a friend doesn't mean you gain me as an enemy, bro. Like,
exactly.
I get it, bro. Like, just go about your life. It's okay.
Like I said, we're all fighting for our bit. You know what I mean? Like, let's go for it. Let's help each other out. And if there's little things that clash like that, so be it. You know what I mean? Because there's enough out there for everyone. Anybody that thinks that there's only so much to be had and you better fight each other for what's out there to be had. Right. You don't understand the real level of growth, or you're looking at it in the wrong, in my opinion, in the wrong fashion.
Correct. I agree.
I want this person, or I want them to recognize who I am, or whatever. And it's like, well, you need to do more if you're not being recognized at the level you want to be.
Right.
What's nice that you bring from other people from different states too, is that now that you have connections over there.
Yep.
You know, that's what's nice.
Yeah, I mean,
again, I'm not trying to fight always in the Northwest.
No, bro.
I love our local shows and everything, but of course there's a bigger.
But we all know each other at some point.
Right.
I mean,
that too.
And it's like how many times, like, remember when we were first coming up, like the 2010s or whatever, how many opportunities you have to match and rematch? You know what I mean? Like, you can do that because
you're fighting everybody.
Everybody's fighting everybody, and it's just now that you're seeing bigger cards starting to come up, starting to see more pro-ams pop up, more people from like not just the Pacific Northwest, but branching out to like California, Nevada, Arizona, bringing people in. Coming in, I know the East Coast is a hard one to bring, west to East Coast.
Jason's doing it.
But exactly.
Jason's bringing everyone from the East Coast,
There's
Canada,
connections coming in.
The place.
It's coming.
Again, inspiration to me. Like, I love what he's doing. Again, so I gotta kind of try to, bring that to the table as well in some component.
And the fact that it's giving you a level of inspiration, not like competition.
Right. Exactly. And that's kind of like rather than operating in the position of scarcity, right? Operate in the position of abundance and gratitude, right? Because everyone wants to be in this like scarce and fearful thing. Like, I have to get my peace. I'll never, so you don't have to burn everyone else to get a peace. That's not a required. No. That's not a required component of the exchange, right? You can still get your thing. It's like before, like when we were talking, before you started popping off with this, we were talking of the fights and stuff in the back, and we're like, and I was like, bro, like I really think, just carving your own lane. I really think that you're easy to talk to. You've got good energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're good at holding conversation. Like, I really think, just to think about a podcast. Like, carve out your lane, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's funny because you mentioned that, and you're like, bro, you need to do like a stoner podcast. And I was like, a stoner Muay Thai podcast. Right. Like, it was from me.
Be authentic. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself, bro.
So here's what I'm gonna say is, I grew up as a fat kid, not confident. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, making every mistake until I started fighting. And then I redefined myself. And but my whole life I've heard people say little bits like that, but I've never had the confidence or even the ability to believe them.
I feel you.
Be like, oh yeah, that's cool, but like, what does that even look like? When I found my niche and my lane in combat sports. Right. It gave me the avenue to grow, and it gave me the confidence. Like, we always talk about the people. Like, I just did that podcast with Koi Fish, Matt.
Right. Super cool dude.
Shout out.
He seems dope as hell.
Yeah, to Matt. And I did the clip where he was talking about, it was like, you get like 5 to 10, 20% of your gym is fighters, and then you get a lot of people that are hobbyists. And he talks about like the lady that never thought she would have the confidence to do this, but steps in. We have a person right now on Thursday that came to us, and she's like, I was so intimidated to start this sport, and she's like, thank you guys so much. Everybody in here is the nicest people that I could have possibly imagined to meet. And she's going on a vacation for like a couple of weeks, and we're doing our Muay Thai testing for Street Sweep Muay Thai coming up in the beginning of August, and she wants to take away the stuff so while she's gone she can practice it. And she's a little bigger, she's out of shape, but she's dedicated. Yeah, and it's beautiful. And that's something that, like, the intimidation factor of getting somebody inside of that space, the fighter's realm. Right. Because think about
that. Especially that. Like, damn, I get punched in the face.
Well, think about that.
Like, think of the worst. I always think the worst.
And I hate going out in public when they have that, like, oh, you're grown men, watch a bunch of grown men beat each other up. I'm like, that's what you see on TV.
That's the physicality.
That's the physicality. That's like not everything else
or the mentality. None of it, man.
What I say is, just building yourself, like self-discipline, finding that self-worth, developing that confidence outside of it, like to know, like, I could pursue something else outside of this. Before that, I was the fat guy. Not only was I the fat kid, my friends would call me Fat Zach. So how many times do you think Fat Zach's gonna really do something?
Dope rap,
it's that negative. But it's that negative connotation that you were talking about earlier. Right. You know what I mean? It's constantly like, oh, I'm not, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. And I actually, like, I hold that chip on my shoulder very closely. Like, that's helped define me.
Brother, I feel you fully. Believe me.
Flipping that switch and becoming this is like, it's everything.
Right, yeah.
And if I hadn't done that, and if I hadn't met the people that were willing to bet on me without having that sort of inclination, like that is what made me. That's why when somebody is like, I'm gonna bet on you, like, you just won, bro.
Bro,
you don't realize
that's why Impact's so big on coaches, Pretty sure you're the coach, right? The one that you went there, trained under, he made you better, you know?
Made me a better person. I don't even call him my coach, I call him a mentor.
Yeah.
That's my mentor. It doesn't have to be a certain sport to be a coach. Like, you don't, and that's where I always say, you don't have to have the title to be a leader.
It's that figure, yeah.
Like, that shit shows up inside.
For sure.
That's your character.
My sensei, I've been knowing him for 20 years, right? He knew me, this 10-year-old, I was a little fat kid too, dude. I just found my yellow belt. That thing fits around my waist. So imagine. Right? And, but big respect, Sensei Ben Gaucho from Bushicon, right? And he's been my mentor, my instructor for till now, He still is. Right now I'm taking over more of the judo club since he's been out. But dude, we came from like 60 people in the judo club, maybe more. And it's crazy the dropout rate, because I was this white belt that there was like 10 black belts in the gym, right? In the dojo. And then as I got older, I'm like the only black belt that still teaches, you know, teaches like the kids class, teaches adults, you know, teaches all ages, and still competes as well. You know, the other black belts, I have maybe 3 or 4 that were like the same age, and we got our black belts together. But for them to like continue on, right?
The longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, of course they love to come when they can. I get it, work, life in general. It's hard to
There's life outside of fighting.
Yeah.
And if you don't deal with it, it'll deal with you.
And that's what it takes also, like the coaching part though. It's not just you're there just for, I'm not there for a paycheck or nothing, you know. I enjoy I enjoy teaching.
Pennies on the dollar to
right, whatever.
It's a rise of hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so big also, like the kids class, you know, I also help like the jiu-jitsu kids class, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I teach judo Tuesday, Thursday, you know. And I got my 2 boys, 8 and 7 year olds. Little monsters. My oldest motherfucker's gonna be a little killer. He's way better than me already, you know.
He's
fun
so
to
athletic.
See that.
You're like, oh shit.
I
gotta beat him up now. Because when he's older, he tests me. I just want him to fear me.
Yep, you just gotta be like, I'm done.
Bro, I watched this at the, I went to a judo tournament, because he actually teaches Kimmy, my oldest, right?
Oh, cool, yeah.
We went to a judo tournament, but I'm just up on top of these bleachers, I turn, and I see this kid just toss this boy, and I'm like, oh damn, that was clean. I was like, oh damn, wait, that's JoJo's boy, bro. It was crazy. I was like, yo, that was that was
it's
beautiful.
cool. You see a development, and like it's crazy with my kids, you know. I seen they're on the mat since they're born. Like their mom, she did Muay Thai as well, you know. So they just always in the gym, but then also teaching like this big group of kids, you know. Like sometimes I have like 60 kids, 62
That's
kids,
huge.
like the most I've ever counted. Like for jiu-jitsu classes, like holy crap.
How do you keep that shit organized?
We did something. We're doing smart now. We're going smart now. Like we'll do the warm-ups and everything. And since I have a knowledge of judo, right, that it still could be developed into jiu-jitsu as well. Of course, it's gi. You just focus more on stand-up. But in judo, there's still arm bars, there's still chokes, there's still pins, there's still groundwork.
Yeah, it's
you know,
related,
Newaza, right? And so now, like I have Steven, who's another teammate of ours that I've been with him for like 11 years. You know, he teaches the jiu-jitsu part, right? He teaches like submissions, the flips. So we'll divide the group in half. One half go with them, the other half with me. That way we have like 2 separate groups.
That's smart.
And then like 15 minutes later, switch the group, swap. You know,
and football practice like that.
Yeah, it took a minute though to have everybody focus on the same thing, and especially that they're all developing in different ways, right? Especially you got younger kids,
all of it.
You got an age group from 4 to 14. You know,
No, I get it. Yeah, and they don't all match up.
It's 60 kids, dude.
Size discrepancies, physical attriputes, and
but I'm big on teaching
description.
Yeah,
right, all of it.
Yeah, you got everything. You got all different types of how they act and all.
You do an incredible job, brother. From the outside looking in,
it's real to manage that many kids in any aspect, not only martial arts, but
in general,
in general, like to keep them organized without losing one or 5 or having them fucking wander off.
It's not like it's unorganized, but you know,
I know.
It gets to the point like, all right, we're going live.
Yeah.
I grab the kid that annoys me the most and we'll go live.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm flipping you, kid. No.
I always give the kids shit because, like, my class is directly after kids' class. So they'll be in there, like, this one little kid. He always goes in the bathroom to fuck around for, like, 10 minutes, not do class. And the bathroom lines up. So we're like, get the fuck out of there, kid. So I got to go. Well,
so funny.
We need to approach the parent and be like, yo, man, like, I get it, but, like, if he doesn't want to do it, like, we need to. There's one bathroom. Yeah. But, like, it's like, what are you going to say? You can't go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's a requirement for my kids.
Bro, I'm pretty mean. I'm like, the kid will ask me, like, I use the restroom, and if I know the kid, I'm like,
nope.
Absolutely not. Get back on the mat, you know?
Oh, I call out adults, too. I'm like, you do at home.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't bring their
kids. On the seat. Everyone's learning how to clean toilets today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've dealt with this. I'm sure you've dealt with this, but a lot of parents sometimes they don't want a parent.
No, I feel like they think it's a daycare.
Right.
They're like, all right,
right. That's not what this is.
I'll be honest though, bro.
I had to have this conversation many times that it's not the daycare. We have a daycare center at our gym.
Yeah,
specifically for that.
Yeah.
So if you want to go get your workout in and bring them to the daycare center, by all means do that. But when they come here, they need to come here willing to learn. Otherwise, I'm here to teach, brother.
I gotta. Yeah.
You're here to learn. I'm here to teach. I'm not here to babysit or be,
That's that dictatorship.
Right.
I will run this. What I always say is, when you come in here, you're paying for me to teach you. You have sacrificed this amount of time to me. This is my class. I'm not going to pander and I'm not going to cater.
No.
So if you're out of line, you have given me the freedom, that carte blanche, to fucking address it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like that,
that part,
like, you need to figure that out. But like, why do you not like that,
dude? I had some
parent during my class. Yeah,
I had some parents come, like, get on the mat and yell at like a little 6-year-old, right? And I was like, because the little 6-year-old pushed her kid.
Oh,
just so you know.
I thought they were yelling at their own kid.
No.
I see what you're saying.
No. Yeah, it was funny. No, it's terrible. No, it was a different kid. And dude, talk about hell breaks loose just a little bit, I'm also speaking to like a group of like 40 people, I have adults, all that, and she just comes
like, public speaking as well.
Yeah. Ah, dude, don't not get on my mat. If it was a dude, I think I would have fought him there, honestly, because you just yell at a different kid.
Yeah.
If you have any issues, you talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm also, it's hard to control a big group like that, but it is a fighting gym, so I expect there's going to be a little bit of scrapping,
Yeah.
And regardless, she went to the other side and she starts yelling at the parents. The parents don't even know what happened. If they bring the kids to the gym, understand that that's a fighting gym, right? Your kids are gonna get bumps, bruises, punched, kicked.
They're gonna cry.
I'm gonna do my.
But they're gonna live.
Yeah, they're gonna live.
It's gonna be okay.
And I'm gonna try to coach them, like, especially if they're upset. Try to coach them out of it, I've had... And
I feel like what you just said is everything. You have to coach the kids out of
everything. Their emotions,
what I always say is the conversations on the drive home matter.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's when something that parents don't always understand. Like, what if that parent is bashing you or another coach on the way home, and now that kid is gonna have some sort of opinion on that. If they're up talking you, they're like, this is the best coach ever. That kid's gonna have an opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, the conversations on the drive home matter.
Yep.
Agreed. It's what you're choosing to reinforce, and the
conversations on the way there.
The psyche and
again, don't get on the mat and try to coach your kid. Nothing like that. You're not. I've asked parents that. I've asked two dads. They're like telling their kids what to do. I go up to them. I'm like, you guys ever done judo before? Like, no. Wrestled? No.
Yep.
I'm like,
don't teach unless you're a coach.
If you're gonna be on my mat teaching your kids, you gotta step on the mat. That way I could teach you guys properly.
Yeah.
And they're just like, looked at me. I never saw their kids again because I probably rubbed them the wrong way. But
dude, you got
judo especially, dude. It's hard to grasp,
Yeah. And
people have
I struggle.
Injuries, right?
Oh yeah.
Injuries are big. Like, the biggest thing I teach is how to fall. Because kids need to learn how to fall.
Right. So
so nobody posts nothing like that.
Snap.
And I know accidents happen, but judo's so hard to teach unless you've been doing it for a long time. You gotta like somebody teach boxing. Maybe not properly, but they know how to throw a 1-2. Right?
Yeah.
Know how to 1-2.
They can
know the basics and get moving. Hit, punch the bag.
Yep.
Judo, you need a body, a good body at that. Right? If I'm trying to throw him, he's like stiffening up or anything, we're both gonna get hurt. I'm either gonna hurt you really bad, or
that's that beginner shit.
Yeah.
You always get hurt with beginners, that white belt shit.
Yeah.
And I say that about beginners in Muay Thai too. It's like, you spaz out and you move wrong or whatever, or if you're the guy that's like, oh, we're just going light, and I'm like, touch a guard. Like, there's this one kid, I'm like, he fucking big old right hook, and I'm like, and he's like, no. This happened the other day. I'm like, touch. Bah! He like, block it, whatever, and I'm like, oh, that was hard. So I get this big smile. He's like, no. He's like wanting to do his first smoker, beginner. Doesn't understand like power, speed, commitment, like how to control that at that level. So the punches go hard, and it's like, oh, dude, if you're gonna swing like that, I'm gonna piece you in.
I'm not a heavy bag.
Yeah, I'm not a heavy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
I'm the one
apologize
you
to
wanna
me
do.
either. Don't apologize to me.
Yeah.
I smile. No worries.
You're good.
The coaches are the
You're
ones.
good. You're good.
You're good.
Coaches
No
are the
worries.
ones you want to exercise control with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, because they know what they're fucking doing. Like, it's my job
Yeah.
to know. It's my job to have the answers.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you're like, oh, I'm trying to learn, practice what I know against you, it's like, yeah, how'd you get to where you know? Not just me, obviously, there's a team of coaches at my team.
Right.
So, it takes a village. But
For sure.
when you're looking at your coaches, even high level fucking students that have been there 5, 6, 7, or 4 years, whatever, you don't want to sit there and you want to exercise control.
Right.
Beginners, when you don't know what you're doing, control is everything. Because anybody can say, I would say it's the Bart versus Lisa, fucking blah, blah, blah. Like, we can all throw our limbs at something, but can we do it well? We can all
Right.
go run in the road. Can we run well? Can we run like we've been trained? And this is a sport where that is what we do.
You need
We
control.
train.
In
Right.
judo, you need control. How many times does Nick want to get thrown without control?
Probably none.
Not one.
Probably
Not
not.
one. Dude, you imagine I throw it, I land on him?
Ooh. That's what I hate.
I let go.
Ugh.
So that's why.
Sweeps
That's why.
in Muay Thai when they have their elbows up or they land with their knees up, like, you bitch.
But dude, it takes a lot of control, especially with like kids, man. Kids class though, I think I'm harder on the kids class than I am.
You
the
should
adults.
be.
As I
Yeah.
should, because these kids have way more opportunities than
Right.
my
Yeah.
the teenagers that I have now, adults that I have now. They have way more opportunity.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
we have some
Influences, too.
Yeah, I know some kids that went to like nationals or like international tournaments. You know.
Yeah.
Or almost getting into Olympic level. You know, and
Right.
these are kids. You know. Washington actually has one of like the best judo in the states. We actually have two
Really?
Olympians. We have two Olympians from Washington in judo. We got Travis Stevens and Marty Malloy.
Okay.
No other states have that, you know. And we have some really good freaking judos here.
That's
man.
something that should be getting
judo.
more publicity.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
And time, there's so many rules in judo that sucks, you know, like USA Judo membership cards, all that, and the way you have to have your gi. That's why so many people are so big into jiu-jitsu. They can wear whatever they want. You know, there's gi, no gi.
a lot more freedom
But
to
then
it.
they don't understand the importance of judo. Because when I did judo, right, I did judo for a long time before I started jiu-jitsu. And I went judo, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. That's how I started, right? So when I got into jiu-jitsu, especially my white belt tournament, I was a brown belt in judo. Sorry, I was sandbagging a little bit. It's my first tournament, I was shy. No, and my judo like smashed them, right?
Yeah.
And I got more tournaments, and my judo was helping me a lot, especially in wrestling, especially in jiu-jitsu, MMA, everything. My judo has pretty much saved me because I could pick somebody up so light, you know?
you know how to move
You know?
people.
Somebody that's
Position
250.
himself.
You see me
appropriately.
throw big guys.
When you think about the position
Giants.
over submission type shit, so you're like high level at that right away.
Yeah,
And you start to
yeah.
actually compete against
Right.
adults and shit.
Yep. Even again, bigger people. I don't mind sparring with bigger people. You know, I don't mind
Yeah.
sparring with like Dylan Potter. And my buddy Brew.
Bro, this is like one of the funnest things is like when guys visit the gym and we spar. And they go and they're like, yeah, they touch him up or whatever. And they start working with him, bro. And they start throwing hard. And then he's like, okay. And then he just starts popping and moving, bro. And he's just pow, 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 pow. I'm like, bro. It's funny because like you guys come in like, what do you got? You guys buy size, like, and then Ron always like, I'll put you with some of our smaller guys.
Like
and they'll give
size,
you size.
yeah, like,
bro,
what about
you're
skill?
looking at it wrong,
Yeah.
right? Like our guys don't need the size advantage because they're skillful,
Right.
Like we're all skillful in what we do. So, like we're gonna.
Dude, I'm the least intimidating dude in the gym.
He's
okay?
all smiles all
I'm
the time.
smiles.
Yeah.
The only thing that gets people is my cauliflower ear. You know, my pretty ears. That's
Yeah.
it. You know, but if I didn't have those, dude.
Yeah.
I did
That's why I
security.
like
I
being
did
a nice
security
guy,
at a nightclub, right, bro? I'm 5'6" in boots.
Yeah.
Smile, dude. I shaved.
I always
bro.
say, watch out for the
talk
dude
about
that's
people
not the
clowning
giant
me.
guy in security.
Yeah, yeah,
Watch out
and
for the smaller security officers.
No, I'm the sneaker, dude. I'm the in the dark.
Yeah.
Bah, you didn't see me. But you got the big security guard just intimidating.
Yeah, that's
You know,
those are the
I
ones
just
that
was there.
normal people are afraid of.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, don't give a fuck about that big dude. The smaller dude, the regular sized guy right there, that dude's a killer. Like he's there for a fucking reason.
Right.
He's too nice.
Yeah, people let the size they let size intimidate. When it's like, bro, skill and IQ of combatives is gonna dictate where this.
But that's the educated versus the uneducated.
100%.
Let me check the camera real fast.
Oh, go ahead.
Solid. Yeah, I hate those motherfuckers. I don't go to clubs no more.
I hated them even in my early 20s, bro.
I like dancing. I saw
But you're still
dance,
young.
man.
How old are you? 29?
29.
Yeah, you're still young.
Yeah, I still go out dancing and stuff, you know. But I dance also.
Motherfucker, you're like 35. You've been giving them looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still competition age.
Yeah, kind of sort of. Yeah.
Kind of sort of in like 2 months. Like
I feel like our clubs are different though, man. You guys are going to way different clubs though. Y'all ain't going to Latin clubs, dude.
Yeah, no,
Mamacita.
No, some of that shit's fun. Like if you go in the right thing. But what I'm saying is like we talk about the negative energy and the confrontation, the ego. That's why I'm like, miss me with that shit. Just have the fun part.
It's always it's always.
That's why it is nice to. I don't want to say being older because you're like, bro, I thought you were like 35, which I love that. Thank you. But in the man bun and shit, like it invites the, what's up, pussy? You got some Crocs and a man bun, and like,
dude, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a funny story.
Want somebody's ass in a pair of Crocs.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Dude, I train in like slides, bro. I bought some slides, dude. You seen it, bro?
Train into my Crocs, like. I got this. Throwing head kicks and shit. Yeah. Just pulling the toes. No, I didn't do that. Just pull the toes up a little bit and keep them on.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. There was one time. It was I think it was my second amateur fight. Right. It was over there at Brian Johnson's card back in Clover Park. Right.
Yep. Yep.
And I had my coworkers come. I have big coworkers. It was like 6'3", 6'4", like 200 something pounds. You know.
Yeah.
And this one particular one, Sean. Love Sean. Love Sean to death, dude. He was drunk as fuck, right? Dude, he doesn't have a background of MMA or nothing like that. He just went to support me, right? You know, him, his friend.
That's a dangerous crowd.
Like, JoJo, come here. Again, I'm 5'6", right?
Oh, no.
So they say. And then he's like 6'3", so I'm like, JoJo. See those guys over there took my seat. I'm like, what do you want, Sean? He's like, let's fight him. I'm like,
nope. Wrong crowd.
Sean.
Read the room.
You know what event we're at, right?
Yeah.
We're at it.
You're either a fighter or you're supporting a fighter.
You're in an MMA event.
Yeah.
This is like the worst place to pick a fucking fight.
Don't hit on nobody's girl.
What?
Just
excuse me? You want to fight?
This is full of fighters, coaches, and people involved in the fucking community.
Yeah.
And you think because we're fighters, we're gonna play fair? No, we're jumping your ass, bro.
Yeah.
We're jumping your ass.
Getting lit up, bro.
Dude, you know, I'm calm, cool, collected.
Yeah.
If it's against me, but if it's against my teammates,
I'm hot.
Coaches, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll be the first one to swing. I'll be the one in the front. He knows.
Switch, dude.
You fucking know. I had somebody hold the water bottle. I'm like, hold my water bottle real quick.
I'm usually first
because I was ready to
scrap. I get it.
Scrap with somebody that I didn't really know, but they're rubbing my home.
Yep.
You know, just terrible. Yep. Especially the coaches. Dude. I had somebody touch Coach James. I was ready to scrap. Thanks God James stopped me. Don't you disrespect my coach. Right. You disrespect my coach, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, that I get heated about.
I think it's funny because like, well, you know, you go out as a team after an event or whatever. And
fight events don't help either. Dude, you're already scrapping. You didn't fight. You didn't fight, but you went to.
Yeah,
you went to. He's like,
energy's high. But no, like you go to go to the bar with everybody and you're just like enjoying after the event, and then the people around you start to pick up like, oh, this is a legit fight team. You ever notice that? Like the civilian crowd around you. So like some of them start being like, oh, it's cool, and then I also see the other people get up and leave.
Oh yeah.
That's the one I'm always just like, oh, I think they're just the wrong crowd to be around for them. It's like because they're like any single person at that table can kill all of us.
Yeah.
And I think that like that outside, we don't do that regular civilian thing. I think that's when we go into that element, especially in a big crowd, fucks with people.
A little. The other thing gets changed in a fighting event compared to like just a nonchalant like different event. I think our mindset too. Me, I'm like, I'm ready to scrap with anybody. Dog.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Like
It's weird.
at the fights?
At the fights. I get so jittery.
I'm so happy now that I'm like, hey.
because I'm also seeing like potential lineup for fights as well.
Because you're still active fighter.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm still active fighter. You know.
Yeah, I say the mindset switch is something interesting, because I remember when I was active, like super active before. Yeah, every time I'm always just like scanning, looking.
Yep.
Who am I potentially matched up next? It's just. I think it's like an innate
But I'm
nature.
not. I wasn't outgoing at that point. I was like more introspective. I'm like, who can do what? Like, yeah.
You know, it was a crazy crowd.
I'm downloading
Idaho.
Idaho was interesting.
When I walked out, the DJ played my song. Right, I'm listening to it. I could hear people whispering. That's how quiet it was.
Oh,
yeah.
I hear my dad's wife. I hear my dad. I hear my little brother. I hear you guys a little bit.
I was kind of wondering about that,
bro. It was quiet, was it not?
It was quiet,
bro.
Fucking
That
white,
other
it was
dude walk
interesting.
out. The other dude walk out. Bro, talking about 80% of that crowd. Just
White guy?
fucking blasting. No, Mexican.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
boxing,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Boxing.
Yeah,
It was whole.
Well, I know Idaho.
the whole venue was
whole venue was in.
full of.
Whole venue was in.
Yeah. The whole venue was.
I went
Dude,
to the
I was like-
Tri-Cities for some fights a long time ago, and it was like that. I was like, holy shit.
Talk
Yeah.
about
And then we almost got in some shit, and then they were like, you
Nah.
can't do this. You can't do this in the Tri-City, because then we were like, it was those guys. Like, they're like, it was the guys from Tacoma.
That's an easy.
That was
find.
like, it was like that. They're like, it was those guys, and we're driving back.
Like, we know.
Kind of thing. Like, we had to
know
go
them.
hide out for the night. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost got
That place, that place is
Yeah.
that crowd got pretty rowdy because I beat the guy, so it was kind of quiet. there's people cheering for me.
like,
There's cheering people. Good fight,
yeah.
honey. You know, And then Dylan, that was a close fucking fight. Actually went to split decision.
Yeah.
And then the last dude, his name's Eddie. His name's Eddie. All right. He's 41. Okay. And he went on a hiatus of 11 years. And he's going against his 21-year-old, right?
That's like, that could be me.
Hey, look,
Bro.
You look at him.
He's sunning, bro. You saw him, dude. He's flabby. He doesn't look.
You would not expect to see
looks out
the
of shape.
performance that boy put on. Oh my
That don't
god,
take fucking energy. Well, just
Bro.
hold it up.
bro.
He was probably like 135.
Okay.
He was small, but he didn't look. And the other dude was cut. 21-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shredded.
great shape.
right? Bro. This
Still
dude
good. The
won.
kid was good for sure. I'm actually eager to see where he goes from here, because this is one of those experiences where like, you definitely learn some shit.
Yes.
You know
I
what
love
I'm saying?
that. Yeah.
So
This man put in the work. The boxing clinch work was amazing, dude. It was stunning. That was
so active. The ref was letting them work the clinch.
Okay.
So they were just touching.
That's rare. That's dope.
And bro, it was.
And again, you had this 41-year-old on an 11-year hiatus. Bro, what happened in those 11 years? Those are one questions I want to ask him too.
Yeah,
That's
what
what
happened
always
in those
asking me,
11
because
years?
I'll be 41 at the end of the year. I haven't fought since I was 30.
Yeah.
30 years, exactly.
Right.
So it's almost 11 years, and everyone's like, why don't you get back in there? Why don't you get back in there? I'm like,
The guy said one of his last fights was like on a Whitaker card or something like that.
oh,
So
so
he
no,
was-
that's
So
He
was
knows some shit and
Yeah.
has seen some shit.
definitely see.
And
We
he's been
could
training.
tell.
Yeah, and like when we
Bro.
talked to his, I think it was his brother-in-law.
I think it was brother-in-law. One of
It was
them.
brother or brother-in-law.
Yeah.
But dude was hella cool too. He runs a gym out there. I apologize. The gym is slipping my mind, and the name slipping my mind. But I have it on the IG, and I'll give him a shout out when we post this up later or
Yeah.
whatever. But that whole team was hella cool. We were all warming up in the back. And fucking
I made a vibe in the back. It was cool in the back. When everybody
Hell yeah.
is like cool together in the back,
love that,
bro.
yeah.
Blue team all day.
The
Blue team all
whole
day.
blue corner was vibing in the back. We met some cool people back there, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, our corner definitely was the visiting team.
Yeah,
So the
yeah,
blue
that's
corner,
damn sure.
bro. Blue corner was the visiting team, and blue corner put a
On their three main guys
beating
that
on their
was
main
in the
guys,
crowd.
bro.
Damn.
Like it was. But I honestly I fully think that fucking Dylan won that fight. But I think hometown politics played a position, and then when I see
Oh,
like
he
the
lose the decision.
bro, and like
Yeah.
the judges,
Split.
well they
Yeah,
called it a
split.
split, they called it a draw.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they called it a
Okay.
draw.
Okay.
My
But
bad. Keep
yeah,
saying
yeah,
split decision.
they called it
Draw.
a draw. But bro, but Dylan scored a knockdown. Every time Dylan did throw, he was landing. The guy that he fought was moving a lot and throwing big shots, but he wasn't landing clean. He had 2 or 3 shots that landed clean. So Dylan scored the knockdown, higher percentage on accuracy, right?
Sure.
looking way more sharp, putting it together. And then homeboy was throwing big shots. He maybe landed 2 or 3 clean shots, but they still called it a draw. So I have a bit of an issue with like trying to figure out like what were you looking at that I wasn't looking at.
Oh yeah,
and not understanding.
Run it back.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but it's like, and then you see the scorecards and you see people like, bro. Even the main event, bro, like it was a very clear victor. But like one of the judges, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna put name or
anybody that knows the fight politics.
But one of the judges, bro, scored it in the opposite direction and changed it when they realized that the other judges were like,
you shouldn't be able to do that. That's why I hate that. I like when fight cards have the judges hand in their shit at the end of every round, not at the end of the fight.
Right.
Because then you can go back and change what the fuck you want.
Round for round.
Yep, round for round. We collect them.
Right.
Collect the score.
So it was definitely an interesting experience, and then that hometown crowd got a little worked up.
Yeah, with them.
To say the least.
Dude started yelling at the main event.
He got the TKO. Dylan put fucking paws on the other boy. And then they called it a draw. I honestly think for hometown politics and trying to keep the crowd chill.
Stop bringing in shittier fighters so our guys can win.
It was crazy. Check it out. Check it out. This is what's crazy. Dude, we're all from MMA gyms.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
So in their mind, right? Yeah. So in their mind, they thought that we didn't have hands.
Yeah.
Oh, they thought that wasn't the main focus, right? And so, like,
this is America, right? Like, we fucking got hands,
bro.
Like, that's Western boxing.
I thought it was interesting, but I can see the logic of like, okay, MMA team, judoka. The judo guy ain't gonna score a fucking knockout. Gets a TKO. Okay.
Surprise.
You know what I'm saying? So like, they're picking these guys that on paper look like they don't know what they're doing, but then they quickly realize like, we might have
in your little. You might want to start venturing out of Idaho,
bro.
No disrespect to any teams, but like, no, I get. Yeah. When you're playing the big fish, kind of fucking role, right? You're bringing in to keep your big fish roll going,
right.
And then you get fucking smashed out. You get put out of water.
Yeah. Your feeders on.
Your feeders got waxed. Yeah. It's like, but then. I mean, do you quit? As a promoter, do you go back to the drawing board? Do you redo that? Do you try to get your guys a little bit easier fights? Because if you're looking at a different sport for a pool to draw from in that regard, it's like you might want to start checking the schools a little bit deeper. If you're trying to do the paper thing, right. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. But you never really fucking know.
You never know. And here's the thing. Even if someone is on, you do your research, and on paper and in video and based on their history, it looks like it's a sure bet. Mm-hmm. You bring them in, there's always the puncher's chance.
Bro,
there's always the puncher's chance.
The fight with Jose Johnson, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like it just because, again, I had beginning of my pro record, of my pro career, and then you have a very seasoned fighter. I had some of my teammates that, some of my coaches was like, I don't like that line. I don't like that matchup. I don't. And do I blame him? No, of course not. But again, it's a big opportunity to open up other doors for me and the team, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I lost, but I still performed. So of course it was that first round, but I still performed, and now I know okay, the levels that there is, and I know what level I am at.
Yeah, I would say,
and I wouldn't even think I thought you did really well in that fight.
Incredible.
You know what I mean? Like you were playing, your level is higher than your record.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So I say, my first fight was against a guy who was his 10th fight from Charlie Combat, 3C, Miles Coble. But he was, obviously it was my very first fight for him to be his 10th, but he's an MMA guy. Mm-hmm. He was 5-4 or something like that. Not some huge record. But I went in there, first fight, and super competitive. They're doing in the event of a draw, we're gonna go to the fourth round kind of fucking talk. So and then it didn't go that. But anyway, I know what you're saying about playing to that higher level competition, knowing that you're going in there as the underdog doesn't mean that you're not gonna go in there and give everything you got. Because it's if you're kind of, I don't want to say supposed to lose, but if it's on paper, you're kind of supposed to lose. And then you do, so fuck what? Yeah. You go in there and do everything you got, or even give it the effort that it would take. Even if you like, die on your shield, like that's that. I don't want to say heroic shit, but like it's what everybody wants to see and what everybody wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like a lot of us like to punch up on our team.
Yeah,
we like that.
That's how I came up. I mean, I always.
And that's like a lot of these younger guys. Like Nic Terabosha. Like he's a prime example. Like we've only had Nick for 8 months, something like that. 7 months, 8 months.
He fought Kyle. Kyle's a Muay Thai guy.
Yeah, and Nick
Kyle
looked great.
He looked great. Well, I don't really know Kyle, so I just know he's from T3MA. He's got our crew under Salhin, but that's all I really know.
He's supposed to be. He's a like you said. He's supposed to be a crew. He's supposed to be a coach, and I've had Nick for 7-8 months, and that was his third fight within that timeline. And Nick fucking every exchange Nick won. That was not. That was not like a
super like high level. They have competitors, but they're not like you guys are like a competitive team, like a comp team. You guys are not like necessarily like a comp team with students. I don't know.
Oh, we got plenty of students.
No, but I mean but you guys have a fat roster of fighters.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Is like you don't have the you don't have the 2, 3, 4 fighters and 50 students.
We have
like a very large percent, like a larger than most students.
Oh, for sure.
Of fighters.
And we're getting younger guys too. That like the teenagers and stuff.
We're getting a
nice we do want to fight.
Of
but you get
new guys.
You have these when you have that, because that's the kind of gym that I started. Like almost everybody when I got there was a fighter. So your level of competition inside of the gym is going to push you higher, faster.
Absolutely.
Rather than going to somewhere where like you have to seek out higher level competition to continue that growth. Right. And I don't know them that well. I'm not saying that's what that is. What I'm saying is I know their school and stuff like that to a degree, and I know your guys's competition team. Yeah. You're gonna get. There's no way around it. You're going to get all the rounds you need, all the experience you need, all the fight level training you're going to need in-house.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be on tap, consistent, all the time when you're there. Doesn't he live with you?
Absolutely.
Lives with you. Yeah. Living with your coach is about as old school, best school you can ever go.
Yeah, I mean, once I saw his ability to be coachable.
Tyson Customato shit.
Right.
You're going to live with me and you're going to be
it's
coachable.
Like, he's super coachable. He has an athletic background.
Usually you don't live with your coach long if you're not.
Right, yeah. So I'm hyped that I got someone like him, man, because he's doing well. He's getting ready for his MMA debut now. Because I told him what I wanted him to do was isolate.
He's a big guy too.
He's going down to 170.
How high? What's his height? Pretty tall.
He's like 6'1", 6'2", something. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's a good size for sure. He could fight. He's one of those guys that can fight 70 or 85 comfortably.
Guys, because that's what it was like.
He's fit.
I gotta fight this motherfucker that's tall.
Yeah. So
kick your legs a lot.
Yeah. So I told him I want him to isolate the threats a little bit, focus on the striking, get your striking locked in, and then when you go over to MMA, bro, like your striking is gonna be fucking. There's gonna be a deficit on the other end of the cage.
And he's been adding and stuff. Like he's been going to, I teach no-gi judo as well, right? So everybody has a benefit of no-gi jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And any judo I teach, it mixes in well with MMA. You know what I mean? A lot of my throws that I do in MMA, I teach it in judo as well.
So it's like,
and he's great
teach it as like a fight application.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Nuance and adaptation.
Right.
Applicable.
Versus like a specific form.
And we have a big, the cool thing about Fitness Quest or about Team SNRG, you got kickboxing, Muay Thai, you got judo, you got jiu-jitsu, you have wrestling, we have really advanced wrestling over there, taught by the Swartz, and some other guys as well. And so you have a mix of things that you can bounce off. And a lot of like the jiu-jitsu coaches like Chris, Steven, James, they all have a knowledge of MMA as well, because they've done it as well.
That's so important.
So now you just have a mixture of this huge pool of where you can get knowledge from,
I will say, most gyms, not yours, but most gyms that offer many different styles of programs don't do as much at a high level. You guys are definitely an exception. So like you see the ones
groups on both sides. We have just straight up grapplers, so you have like 20, 30, 40. I just want to do jiu-jitsu.
High level.
And you got the same amount though. You got the same amount doing doing kickboxing, Muay Thai with Nick, you know?
I always think about you're going to go to the school that's like, we do karate, taekwondo, BJJ, weapons, forms, savate, fucking, like, you start to name as many martial arts, and it's like, am I going to McDonald's and like picking one, picking the number, and like what's the quality that's going to be passed
just
on?
2 instructors?
Yeah, 2 instructors
that's
for 40
a huge
martial
red
arts.
flag.
That's a red flag. Okay, you guys
and that's what I say, like, you guys have like umpteen instructors with experience.
Ton of experience.
And that's what I always say is like, no disrespect to people that coach that don't have any experience, because we're seeing more and more coaches come out that don't have fighting experience that are high level coaches. And I'm not taking shots at anybody in that. I always had the approach of, I want my mentor, my coach, to be like, this is what happens in the ring, in the experience, not passing on somebody else's knowledge in that.
Yeah.
And being that you guys have that, like in spades, like you guys fucking have that covered.
Yeah.
It's not going to mess anybody up. Like it's not gonna be like you're going to a McDojo and then you got taught wrong, and then now you go to a good school and you have to be untaught.
Right.
You guys are gonna be able to facilitate that at the top. Not only that, you can be like, oh, my kid's in wrestling. He needs to go wrestling. They come to our school like that. I'm like, well, we have some wrestlers, but we do Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
So you can pick both. You can pick one. You can pick the other. We can put you in the middle, and we can do the MMA stuff. But even like our school's good at MMA, but we don't specialize in it. We specialize in Muay Thai. We specialize in BJJ.
Yeah, it's particularly on the coaches, right? Because they specialize on one thing, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And when I first started, we specialized in MMA. And then Master Salin came in, and I started getting more and more kickboxing fights. And then, people age out, fucking find life. And the fact that you guys have such a big pool to draw from, like, makes you guys unique.
Yeah.
And we all have.
I don't see that much around here.
Yeah, and we all have the experience. Like, I'm a striker that has done MMA. Mm-hmm. He's a judo expert that has done MMA
and striking.
So it's like we all have our particular perspective from our respected craft that's been applied to this joint effort, right? And it's nice because like, now you're getting the perspective from a judoka. You're getting your perspective from a striker.
It's like Cameron, he's a fucking boxer, but
dude, he's a dog.
And all that stuff.
And he's a dog.
He's like a trainer at our gym. I fucking hate his
You know what I'm saying? Dude, like, he hits like a fucking freight train, bro.
I remember him and Crew Jones were like, I can remember the moment vividly. I was so frustrated. I was coming out of being Fat Zach and coming back into sparring. I'm getting lit up. I'm like, this shouldn't be happening, because in here I'm fine, in here I'm not.
Right.
And it's like, maybe I need to get back into shape. But I remember being so frustrated, and it was against him and Crew Jones. I'm like, I fucking can't do anything right. Like, yo, do I suck? Like, do I? Kind of fucking moment. And they're like,
it was just a bad day, bro.
but
you have bad days.
I always say that on a loss. Like, when people lose, the bad days, I always have that rule of thirds. Like, a third of the time you're gonna feel good, third of the time you're in the middle, third of the time you suck.
Right.
People, when they lose and they have a fight, and like, maybe today was just that bad day.
Yeah.
You know, like,
that was a bad moment.
Yeah, bad moment.
It was a bad moment.
6 minutes, 9 minutes, 15
But you
minutes.
learn, you grow from it. You just stay the course.
Quit.
Stay the course.
Yeah.
Continue.
You're good.
Continue.
I gotta say is, I'm a big fan of the high level competition that you guys are putting in over the SNRG.
We appreciate that, man. We're getting together. What's crazy is like, this is something that when I was actively competing, our coaches, so like James, Ron, like they were working towards this bigger picture, right?
Yes.
And then they finally got in a position to bring this bigger picture to reality. Mm-hmm. And then it goes back to like the ego thing. We had some people kind of fall out over ego, control, this kind of thing, right? Yeah, which happens.
Creative difference.
Right, it's all right. It's okay. It's like I said, just because you lose me as a friend doesn't mean you just gain me as an enemy, bro. I still want you to find peace, fulfillment, and joy in your life, man. Whether I'm a part of it or not, you know what I mean? But once you're out, I don't really do
you can't come back.
Yeah, you ain't burning me again kind of deal for me personally. Other people,
it might not be an open wound, but it's a scar.
Yeah,
and it's there.
And it's there for a reason.
Not the same.
It's there for a lesson, not a repeat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
keep you at bay.
Right. So we had some people that kind of fell out, you know, and it is what it is. But then now we're in this interesting transitional period where it's like everyone that was once just purely a fighter on the team is now kind of trickling into this coaching role on top of being a fighter on the team.
That's a beautiful thing.
And now we're passing along all the knowledge that we accrued over the time that we were all working together. But we're constantly
like
restructuring.
That 10x tree. It's like every person that touches you fucking has that so many people like, you know, fucking, I love that.
I have students that Ryan, he's one of my judo students from JudoJo.
He's solid.
But funny, we used to teach judo at the YMCA since it's been and all that. Ryan was doing it, right? And then we split from the YMCA. COVID all happened and all that stuff, you know. But it was before that. And Ryan stopped going to judo. And then, like 5-6 years later, we're teaching judo over there, like Pinnacle Martial Arts over there in Puyallup, you know.
Yeah, Eric Larson.
Yep. And then, Ryan's there. I can't recognize that kid, right? He was like, "Hey, you guys used to teach judo back at the YMCA. I used to be one of you guys' students." I'm like, really? That's so cool, dude. Ryan's like 6'1", you know. And he's like, "Yeah, you used to. You're one of the coaches." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm like going live with him, and I like looked up at him, and I'm like, "Dude, how tall were you?" He's like, dude, I was like 10. So I was like, a little ass kid. I'm like, of course I didn't recognize you, kid. Look at you.
Yeah.
You know, but
you are still you to them, and you are that influence.
Yeah. So even if like I teach kids, my sensei is like this too, like teaching students that might have taught them for like a year or something, but you're the type of influence to them regardless. So when they see you, you're like, oh, there's my coach, there's my sensei, you know? Yeah, people, grown adults, like, you know, coming up to me, you know, saying the same thing. I'm just like, shit, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It comes full circle though.
I want to say I used to really shy away from that.
Yeah.
I used to really be like, not intimidated by it, but like do I want to be that that influence like that? But you're gonna be that no matter what.
Yeah, whether you want it or not.
So be the positive person.
Right.
But
embrace it.
I always think about like I was raised to be really respectful, positive, not complain, fucking do the work, all that kind of shit. And when you're just kind of like about yourself, about being the right way, people are gonna fucking come to you. People are gonna remember you because they have all of these examples of what's good and what's bad. And so for you to have like a daily influence over somebody that's wanting to learn and wanting to grow, it's gonna stick with them.
Yeah, for sure.
I used to always think I was very forgettable, and people are like, I can't. It's like, I remember you from fucking elementary school.
Yeah.
Like, oh damn.
Yeah.
I always feel bad when I don't remember them though. I think it's because I was trying to turn off of that fucking.
I have horrible memory. Even people that like come and train for like one day, something like that. Oh, they remember me, right? I don't remember you.
One day, yeah.
Like especially.
Yeah, but you're also.
Or they could be there for months, right?
True.
Bro, they could be for months, and if I haven't sparred you yet, I don't know your name. I might recognize you, but I do not know your name.
I get to the point where I feel bad for fucking not knowing.
I remember
don't
faces.
ask.
Yeah, bro.
I ask other people.
Unfortunately, I have some judo students too that I'm just like, get
What's
up.
that kid's name?
Kiddo, come here.
I try to tell them, like, bro, we got hundreds of people in and out of our gym on a daily basis. On the fitness side, the martial arts side, people out and just around in the general vicinity on a regular basis. There's so many people in and out where we're at. We also get kicked in the head and choked out for fun. So, I mean, you gotta kind of like bear with us a little bit. Just don't take it personal. It's not like a personal vendetta against you. It's just the ability to retain certain things. And plus, we got so many things going on all the time in our personal lives outside of just the training component.
I always say is like, this is a moment in their day. And it's easy to recognize the ones that are providing in that one moment.
Yeah.
Us as coaches, this is our life. and we are providing value to so many people across the board. It is hard for us to single individuals out that are not consistently there.
Right.
And so, and yes, I always was like, plus I get hit in the head a lot. So, you know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Have been for years.
Sometimes my kids remember more than I do. Like, what's that kid's name?
I always do that.
Just
Like, what's that person's name? They're like, I don't remember. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, well. But also get to the point where if it's been a long time and they know my name, they're like, you still don't know my name? I'm not going to ask you again. Like, you don't, like, yeah, sorry, I don't know your name. Like, you know me, thousands of people have come through these
You know what I do?
and walked.
Sometimes I'll be like, oh, bro, yeah, let me get your number, bro. I'll put your name and everything.
That's a good play. So actually, as a when I used to be,
But they used to put their
management,
IG name. Now it's like, oh shit.
yeah, follow me on IG, and then I'm like, what's your fucking name? Oh,
Any spot? J Paco?
yeah.
Justice.
So I used to give them all Marvel nicknames. I'd be like, this is Nightcrawler, this is Rogue.
I'm gonna pick a name.
Or I'd just be like,
Yeah.
my favorite one is like, you. And you just, like,
Bro,
over here.
I used to skate hella, right? And I used to go to I used to skate out in York and shit ton. Because in high school I lived out towards in Bonnie Lake by like Lake Taft and all that shit. And so I used to go to Allen York Park all the time. There's this kid named Kuhi, right? Persian cat. I didn't know his name. He didn't know my name, but we always skated together, bro. And we both were always like, "Hey, you!" And we were, The whole time, bro. Years go by, 2, 3, maybe
cool
even
as fuck,
4.
though.
Didn't even know each other's
wow.
name, and we just kept with "Hey, you." It was like a mutual like.
Yep.
I don't remember either, bro. Yeah, you.
But
it was pretty funny. But then when they all was like, "Oh, your name's Cootie, bro," he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Ah." Now I remember because for years it was "Hey, you."
That's funny.
It was pretty funny.
But that's a unique thing, you know what I mean? That's dope. That's not a, like
we
a
both
name
recognize our inability to remember the other's name, but we see you often enough.
but we're good with it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a rarity.
But
Fuck yeah.
it was pretty funny.
So you want to check out these Doughboys cookies?
Oh, let's fuck it up. Let's fuck it up. I'm excited to try these, man.
So plug them real quick, because you know all about them. I want you to plug them.
Yeah, so
rip them open.
this was our second vendor to pick up for the event. This is Dobro's cookies. Okay, so they're solid. They're a local company. Everyone's really fucking with Crumble and Crave right now. I saw them. They both train and lift at our gym. The husband actually does boxing at our gym and will also be fighting on the card. So it's pretty dope, you know what I mean?
That's
so
awesome.
I'm hyped on that. So the wife will be there in the capacity of a vendor, right? Pushing the cookies and stuff like that. She's also going to supply some cookies for the little gift packs that we're putting together for all the fighters on the card. So that'll be cool. So everyone's going to get a cookie that's competing on the show from this company, which will be dope. And then,
protein cookies and all too.
They got different varieties, different options. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what's in here yet. I kind of told her, dealer's choice. But I mean, if you look at these are looking.
They're fat cookies.
They're looking mighty delicious. Mighty delicious. And like I said, they both are very health forward. It's a health forward family. So it's cool to see someone.
Do you want me to get like a knife?
Yeah, let's cut these up so we can all try these, man, because this would be cool. But yeah, they do like the physique modeling and all that kind of stuff, man. So they're super fit. Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
I'm looking to try these, man. I'm hyped on this. I have no idea. This looks like a strawberry shortcake, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that was good.
But I know I could find their menu online. She asked about one of the menu. I was like, hey, you know what? I honestly, you pick. I'm gonna try whatever you want to make. I'm gonna try it. So they got like the health forward varieties, and they also got like the protein packed varieties, and you can pick which one you want when you order. I do believe they do weekly pre-orders. So every week they take pre-orders, I believe up until Wednesday of the week, and then they'll make them and then have everything packaged and ready for pickup.
Okay, dope. So you can just kind of hit them up, get something put together, and then go get them.
Yeah. So I went.
Nice and soft.
Yeah, I'm excited to try this one. I believe that's strawberry shortcake, if I'm not mistaken.
Snack on these. I just cut that one.
Yeah, so I'm hyped to try some of these, man, because I was looking.
From the tacos.
Did you look at their IG?
You
got people to IG because I see some of the stuff that they're making. I'm like, damn, this looks good, bro.
They got like a jelly in the middle of it.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble with food, man. Fat Zach is a real.
Hey, this is
problem.
like my last little run, so I was like, oh, cool, I want to try like these
I
vendors
swear
real quick.
I'm going on my diet tomorrow. All right, swear. Special occasion.
Some tell me.
Pretty sure you're trustworthy on all your shit. Active fighters. But sweets are my thing.
Me too.
I used
Cookies.
to fucking walk into
Cookies and ice cream.
Yep.
Hey,
Cookies and ice cream.
me and him are the ones sneaking off to go get treats. Hey,
Go get bacon.
hey,
Go get
JudoJo,
treats.
I think I saw a bakery over there at the casino. You want to go get some fucking some snacks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of the shows we're over there eating cannolis and all kinds of shit. We get
Cannolis
down.
are my shit. This is like a
hell
peanut
is
butter
it?
and jelly one.
Yeah, this is good. Wow.
That's fire. Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know what is all in this, but this is really good. I'm gonna have to ask her which one this was.
Yeah.
So I can definitely plug this one. This one was real good. Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. Wow. Yeah, the consistency of this is
Perfect.
perfect. Absolutely.
What?
Good job.
Oh, thanks, brother. Yeah, great work on that. Damn.
So I don't got no milk.
That's funny you bring that up. You know who's got the biggest vice for cookies and milk, bro? Nick.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Every time I go over there, I like crumble cookies or something cookies. And bro, why do you guys have these all week? I'm all thinking all the kids. Nah, it's Nick. It's Nick.
I be drinking a lot or eating a lot of sweets too.
I got a sweet tooth, I ain't gonna lie.
Mine's ice cream.
I love ice cream.
Ice cream.
I'll kill him buying ice cream.
Motherfucking donuts. Donuts are a problem though. I used to work at Winco. That's how I get fat instantly. Cause it'd be like, oh, I'm off fight camp. Just have a fight, whatever. I'm walking
see
in
that.
at like 7 in the morning. The whole place smells like donuts.
Like, damn, I'm
So I'll go get one, and then the next day I'm like, cool, I'm gonna get
another one.
Get another one. And then you know how it is.
Next thing you know,
take
you
that
donuts
week
every
off
day.
after fight camp. Some people do. I used to. And then all of a sudden, like you're not working out and you're eating like shit. Your body goes from like this to like this,
Quick.
straight Buddha.
Another hitter. Wow. Yep.
This looks like some sort of like strawberry cheesecake.
Cheesecake, shortcake, something. But
I'm gonna cut like
That's
bite
hitting.
size, bro. I cannot.
this is good.
It's like Captain Crunch.
Yeah, or those good humor bars. Those ice cream bars.
Yes.
That you get out the ice cream
Yup.
for. Yeah.
That's exactly. You're probably right. Strawberry shortcake.
You might as well slap.
So far we're 2 for 2 on the wins there. Those are good.
No, smack fat piece of ice cream on top of that,
Huh. Hey,
bro.
Hey.
ice cream sandwiches? Ice cream sandwiches
That-
with this?
Or just bring a thing of ice cream and be like, yo, scoop of ice
Yo,
cream.
for real. No.
So what kind of things are you doing for the food vendors up there? So far, obviously, you got these two. But
Yeah, so far I got these two. I'm looking to acquire a couple more, I think, just so we can kind of, again, like
Slide that shit closer to you,
further
bro.
out our reach and further out the network for everybody involved and kind of get more people making more moves and doing, bigger, better things for community, not just self, man. You know, like I'm real big on that. The reason I'm so big on like the community is kind of like what you were saying with like growing up being like Fat Zach, right? I grew up in a pretty like troubled childhood. Ended up in like in state custody. I grew up in like foster homes, group homes, stuff like that. I never had a sense of community because I was constantly getting moved around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
sense of self, yeah, I get it.
right. You know what I mean? Like I had a lot of mental hurdles and emotional hurdles that I had to kind of get over and go through. Martial arts is the first thing that provided like a
Like that value.
like a consistent space where I now had like a goal and something to kind of like put myself into. Like I did like skateboarding for years, like I said, and I had a good group of people that I used to skate with that were all pretty fucking dope, and that gave me a sense of community for a long time. Same with the graffiti thing, right? That was another one that gave me a sense of community for a long time. But then when I got into competing in martial arts and combatives in general, bro, like that right there, as soon as I did it, hooked. Immediately became a
Camaraderie
thing,
is
bro.
different, huh?
Yeah, it's just a different level, bro. It's like it's like, oh yeah, I love you, bro. You know, but it's like
in our sport, it means something.
Right.
Like
usually,
say, like,
mostly, yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, some people don't know what the word means, but yes, like for the most part, it's legit.
Yeah.
Right? So like that camaraderie is something different when you're.
It's a camaraderie, not just like a, what's up, bro, like a friend,
right,
or like a buddy,
or even like
it's
a
so
long-term
much deeper.
acquaintance or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like we've been sweating and bleeding together
We've been
for
hurting
fucking
each other.
years. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and
Like,
we're okay with it.
Yeah, and we're iron sharpens iron type shit. Like we're keeping each other sharp. You know what I'm saying?
I always say like we get to see each other at our worst, and it's our job to pick each other up.
For sure.
And so and then being involved in a community that cultivates that, like
people don't see that part.
People don't see the part.
People never see that part.
People don't, and what they see is fucking men beating up grown men or women beating up grown women, and they're like, oh, that fucking, why would you want to do that? And it's like, this is self-discipline. This is fucking finding yourself, self-mastery.
Right. And arguably one of the best forms of self-love.
Yep.
Right?
100%.
So you can have a negative, destructive habit, or you can have a positive, right? Yo, another hitter. This is good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's fire.
I'm excited to see what they bring to the vendor
Talking
booth.
my mouth closed, I don't give a fuck.
Bro.
Mouth full.
That one is
Spot on.
Wow.
Spot on.
Wow. All three, big wins. All of them.
Fix that knife though, asshole. I don't want you to cut yourself. Or set it on the thing, please. No, you motherfucker.
My bad.
I gotta think about that. Stab the fuck out of my hand as a little kid, and I'm like, I don't feel it. I'm like, oh, the knife's not falling out of my hand. Oops. Yeah.
Wow. All of these are good.
They're all dope.
All of these are good. Wow.
Well, for those watching, make sure you hit them up when you go, because these cookies are definitely worth it. It's 3 former fat kids or sweet tooth motherfuckers. We vouch.
Yes.
Absolutely. This shit is hidden.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Especially thanks for hooking it up on the podcast, because I'm fucking full. Tacos and fucking...
Yeah, I have my meal.
Yeah, man.
I think we should have...
Here's the other one. You want to say it? I think
Go ahead. I think we should spark one up, though.
I think you should spark one of these
ooey-s.
fucking
Ooey. Got truffle Oreo. Boom box.
Got a few products.
Got a few little pickups on the way over here. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So these are some people. I know AJ and Jess from my buddy Rick, and they work up at the Rips right up the street. But they're deep into the growth, just like it, from what I can tell. They're always showing support. They're always showing love. They're always super cool. So everybody that knows me and knows my team knows that I rep their shit.
Yep.
They do have a lot of pages, and that's because in the cannabis industry, everyone's fighting for scraps, and they flag each other like crazy. Like I made the reference earlier. Like imagine if all of our fight teams, every time you posted something, somebody else flagged it, so it got pulled down. And then everybody kind of doing that. Like
whoever does that's whack.
Whoever does that is whack. Fucking don't do that shit.
Whack.
Promote each other, grow each other. Fucking show some love. Like even if you're slinging the cheap shit, even if you're one of them cheapo weed companies, like everybody's got to get their piece. Push hard, but we ain't that.
No, every product I picked up with them has been quality.
And every time I go to the shows, every time I see people out in public that know, they're like, dude, I fucking love their product.
Yeah,
it's good.
Weed pens.
I got their. I always swoop their carts. I got their carts with the little covers on my pens.
I know you're one of the people that came up right. I was like, I fucking love their shit. It was like in the back.
Yeah, bro. People don't realize, man. I'd be every day, man.
All day.
Like at the end of the night, when our nervous system is so just like chaos with like all these strikes and like threats.
Tell the girls up there, I'm like, don't get me sativas, man. I need to come down.
Yeah. Like I need to like.
Endo.
If I won't sleep.
That's exactly it.
I'm so just wired from the training, the sparring, like the whole environment. There's so much going on. Like I
look forward to long hits.
Right. And you see how busy our gym is, bro. I got, I got anywhere between like 30 and 50 people in just my classes, and then his classes.
Well, and just being in that kind of a crowd and having to fucking be on point all the time. They all need you.
Right. I'm so just wired at the end of the night that I say,
and your body hurts and all that shit.
At the end of the night, I
physically
need
and mentally
something to help me wind down so I can actually feel like I can catch my breath and just.
I feel like everybody,
Boy.
think about the people that come home from a tough day at work though, and they need that cool down time.
Yeah,
Think about like the people that get off late at night. Do they go home, get off, and go straight to sleep? Most of them have like a couple hours to decompress.
For sure.
Right.
And everybody has that avenue. And in combat sports and stuff, we ache all over. So,
Right.
and people think like, oh, weed's so taboo.
Nah,
or like
man.
the older generations and stuff, or however you want to look at it. But the amount of people that I look at that do martial arts and consume cannabis over alcohol is fucking not even close.
Alcohol's terrible.
Night and day.
Right.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, we all hurt all the time
push on
anyway.
that.
You're gonna
Right.
ingest some inflammatory
No,
stuff.
no.
I'd rather
Yeah.
eat something that tastes good as sugary rather than get fucking drunk and feel like shit and know
sure.
it's gonna affect my workout
Absolutely.
tomorrow.
Right.
Know it's gonna fucking have a negative effect on my body and the way it operates.
I don't like it.
All that shit. Like, I don't mind drinking, but I definitely don't do it consistently.
Yeah, I mean, do your thing, man. I just don't. I used to drink. I used to be a heavy drinker.
Me too.
I was a heavy drinker up until the point that I started to compete in martial arts. Quit
Same.
smoking cigarettes, quit drinking, quit doing all this
That's
other
changes
goofy
you.
shit.
Too.
Yeah,
Changes you, man. Man,
does.
fighting changes.
It changes your value system.
everything. Your whole perspective on everything.
That's the beauty
Yeah,
of it. That's why I
different.
tell everybody, no matter what age group, do it.
Yeah, what's crazy, bro, is like I said, I grew up in foster homes, right? And I was like considered unadoptable, basically, because I was such a quote unquote high risk because I had violent tendencies, right? And then they're always,
See, an avenue.
bro, I told them out the gate, they're always like,
I used to say that as a little kid. I used to get in fucking
They used
street
not
fights in the
listening,
neighborhood.
bro.
I'm like,
And I
I
would
want
tell
to
them-
learn this shit. And they're like, no, we're gonna make you better
they
at
wouldn't-
doing this.
Exactly, they wouldn't let me do it because they said you're too much of a high risk and you're too much of a threat as is. I
Make you better at
I
doing
was
it.
literally-
MMA, martial arts, like, bro,
Bro.
you aggressive?
Come on in,
Yep.
Buddy.
We welcome
Like,
you.
come
We
on,
got
we
this
need
for
that.
you. Right.
Well, what's gonna happen is it's gonna make you smart and humble.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. I quickly learned that I
We're not there.
can't be a hothead
Yeah.
and lose control of myself. Because you know what I'm saying?
I just mentally went through like 9 people in my head. I'm like, yeah, all these fuckers that tried at
Yeah,
me.
bro.
yeah.
Right, but up until that point, man, I was, bro, from elementary school to high school, I was expelled from every school I ever attended for fighting. I had, like, when I say like the school record that they would transition to the next school, there were
Yeah.
some schools that denied entry to me.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
You know what I'm saying? And I used to tell them, I was like, bro, like, well, what, like, I was in therapy. I had to go to see, like, psychiatrists. I had to go to anger management. I had to go to all this other bullshit, all this goofy shit that doesn't work. I don't want to sit here and talk to people that don't understand my situation. You can't tell me you understand when you've never lived this experience. How could you possibly understand you never lived? You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between empathy and sympathy. I don't want
100%.
your bullshit.
I don't want
you
sympathy.
don't get it. Right, you're not gonna get it. So what I want is an outlet and a place where people understand me, not
I don't want
being
someone
looked
saying,
at like
sorry,
I'm a
you're
fucking
like
problem,
this.
right?
I need something to.
You're a
that's what
problem.
can
You're a
help me.
problem,
Yeah.
right? And it's like I was like a constant.
Yeah.
What's gonna help you? I was like, I don't know, boxing, some sort of full contact martial art.
Here's
Like, that's suited.
I just want to say something for anybody that's listening. If somebody's in a tough situation and they display an interest in something like that, whether it's a sport that has violence or not, let them try it because you may put them in the right avenue.
Right.
And that is an avenue for self-development. Like everyone thinks it's just violent sports because you see the violence.
it's
That's what's
therapeutic, man.
Shown. So here's what I say is like, think about our ancestors and the primal thing that we used to have. Like there would be fights. Like we'd always fucking, like you'd be out hunting, right? The hunter-gatherer type shit.
Right.
As a tribe. We all have a duty. We all need to ensure that the tribe survives. We all have to be the best at what we do. We kind of tap into that as martial artists because like if there's a confrontation, we're gonna fight either way, like we said. To where you think about masculine energy, like for like a young man, like in high school or something like that, doesn't have that, like we could fight at any time, but doesn't have that confidence. Doesn't have like we're gonna fight either way, kind of thing. Like we don't need to have some sort of animosity about it.
No.
That's our
When-
business, yeah.
Well, but then when you take people into a different environment and they don't have that constant outlet of figuring out that you're going to be okay after fighting, it can mess with you. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, what else do you want to talk about the card first?
Yeah, I feel like we almost covered it all, man. Our first fight show, August 23rd, is going to be at Fitness Quest at the Auburn Outlet Collection. So basically attached to the mall. I believe it's 1101 Outlet Collection Way. We got a bunch of things in the works going forward off of this, which will be dope, that I'm not at liberty to speak about yet, but when the time comes, it'll be there. The new website is going to launch. We had some issues with the last one, but the new website should be launching this week. I'll be posting the link for everything in the bio, and I'll be posting about it. But yeah,
come look at local talent. Come look at local talent. Vendors.
Come support some trouble, man.
Support some trouble, yeah.
It's gonna be
Ring
some
announcer,
fun.
this guy right here.
Ring announcer. Make sure you give Zach a follow. Give the podcast a follow. Sway City Muay Thai podcast.
Thanks for having me too, man.
Zach
For
Zabel.
sure. Appreciate it.
Man, it's been a good time. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
And we got some more people we got to send your way too to get on. So.
Oh yeah.
So we got a bunch of characters at our gym, Shout out to all my teammates, coaches, Everybody supporting us, what we do.
And yeah, Team SNRG.
Trying to be active all the time. Karma Combat,
Karma Supply.
A lot of things coming.
Karma Supply, baby.
Keep the dope gear. I don't have mine on right now, but I got a handful of shirts again. Thank you for the hoodie and the other gear. I've got that one right there. The Abba Zaba, that's Abba Jabba, whatever you called it. It's fucking dope. Keep doing the that's why I like doing those retro shits too. Like I did my design with the Warriors.
It's coming back, bro. It's coming back.
Yeah, well, because everybody our age is fucking loves the nostalgia.
Yeah,
right.
So just keep going, man.
Yeah, I got some fresh designs in the works.
Oh no, we got to collab on some stuff for the Sway City shit
Absolutely.
too.
Let's make.
As soon as I told them we talked about the jersey thing, people were like, you do it on the website like that? Like we just can order it. So. There's something there, but I know you're a busy man.
No, we'll make it happen.
I know. See, I gotta say this on
this year.
Thing, so I'll fucking hold you to
This
it
year.
now.
There you go.
You said got you. You said got you, bitch.
But again, man, thanks for having us.
For sure. Well,
yeah, man, it's been a pleasure, brother.
Yeah, man. I was gonna shout out my team, Team Street Silk Muay Thai, Vital Jiu Jitsu, Crew Brian Jones Jr. Muay Thai, Juan Jackson's is B More Muay Thai, and mine obviously Sway City Muay Thai. Yeah, man, fucking come check us out in Fife. Team SNRG out in Auburn. Even if you don't check us out, there's a million gyms out there. Get yourself into martial arts. Get yourself in there. Even if it's just a trial, you're going to find a level of people that you didn't expect. You're going to come in thinking it's an intimidating crowd, and people are going to be the nicest people you've ever met, wanting you to do your best. And if you stick with them, they won't let you fail.
No, facts, bro. Yeah.
Same with us.
Yep, exactly.
Big facts.
So. All right, let's do it, guys.
Let's wrap it up.
Stop.
Go, Merman.
Yes, sir.